You work so hard. You show up every day. You do what's expected of you. But deep down, you know the truth. One paycheck shouldn't decide how your life turns out. But what if your evenings meant progress? What if your weekends built freedom? What if your laptop became more than just a screen? This isn't about quitting your job. It's about giving yourself options. While others scroll, you start building. Quietly, consistently, and on your own terms. No pressure, no guessing. Just a clear system you can run after work, before work, or whenever life gives you a turn. That's what Goldmine on hustlesafrica.com is for.
Tuesday. Haikuzo. Makasi ni watafute uongozi pamoja wasitafute.
Kweli una maana gani? Una maana wewe. Ni binadamu ya mavi ya kuku.
Mashamba yetu harambe.
Nguruwe kujikanga na mafuta yake. Na Afrika itakwisha.
Wadhani ya gosho. Ngai no mwega. Naende shode.
Wakati hiyo ilikuwa ukisema ngwe ndani. Ngwe.
Viongozi wote tushirikiane, tufanye kazi kwa pamoja. Hawa wananchi wanajua vile watatupanga, na kila mtu anapangwa na ile kazi amefanya. Kama hujafanya chochote, kazi yako ni makelele, kazi yako ni matusi, kazi yako ni siasa ya kugawanya watu. Hawa wananchi wako na akili, watapanga kila mtu na kazi yake. Iko ratili ya kupimia mtu ya matusi? Si kila mtu anapimwa na ile kazi amefanya? Sasa kila mtu ajipange na kazi yake. Hawa wakuongea maneno mingi, mimi nitakutana na hawa hapa mbele. Nitawauliza maswali magumu, watashangaa. Sio kama tunaelewana? Yes, hapa mbele tutaulizana maswali magumu sana. Hawa watu wanatupiga makelele, sijui nini. Ati ile kazi kubwa wamefanya ni kunitafutia jina ati Kasongo. Ati ndio kazi kubwa wamefanya. Hiyo ni kukosa akili. Kutafutia mtu jina ati ni kazi. Si mtu atapimwa na ile barabara ametengeneza, ama shule amejenga, ama soko amejenga, ama affordable housing. Kuna mtu atapatiwa kazi kwa sababu ati amepata majina ya watu. Hao watu ni bure sana, wako chini sana, wako down.
All right, hello there, people of the internet. My name is UDA and this is Political Headache coming to you right from the city of glasses, Nairobi, the capital city, at 7:30 p.m. every evening. I am in the studio with Odhiambo Otieno, the man with the experience, the government apologist, the propagandist, the man who eats from politics. Odhiambo, how are you doing, my brother?
Amazing as usual.
Yeah, I am looking at the picture of the president. It is not in our domain to talk about how the president looks, right? But today I'm looking at the president. He's a bit tired. He's a bit tired. He's a bit tired. So I'm just wondering, perhaps it's time for the president to take a little bit off. Just sleep out a little bit, you know. Go to somewhere with birds and butterflies and a lot of waters and just chill. You know, it is not a matter of life and death, because I'm looking at the president, I'm saying, my brother, you need a rest, boy. I think the president needs a rest, man. I don't know, people of the internet, as you continue coming in, we want to ask you, because I have seen the president talking and going to different places, because look, Odhiambo, somebody might say that the president doesn't have to walk a lot.
Yeah.
From here to the stage, from there to the car, from there to the helicopter. But this is all energy. You know, you're struggling to speak with hundreds of people. That's energy.
Yeah.
You're struggling to coordinate whatever is going in government. That is energy. You're trying to fight off Gachagua. That's a lot of energy. You're trying to, take care of UDA. The orphans in the room. It is difficult, and you're also trying to look. He also has a family.
Yeah.
He also has friends. And I'm a few mara nyingi, by the way. In the last 2 weeks, the president has lost a lot of people in as far as death is concerned.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at the president, and he's really tired, and he's at Kalash Awards where he's saying that he had get crushed. Turns out he actually didn't get crushed, the party. You look at Willis Otieno making fun of the president and telling the people of the internet, let me read what he was saying, that hata uvai kama Charlie Chaplin, kura upati. I mean, these things are making the president tired. And as a fellow Nilot, I am really sympathizing and saying the president needs to take some off. What do you think?
Very true, very true. I look at the president and of course it's concerning.
Yeah.
His stature is very, very concerning. Of course, there is something that is going on with him definitely. And it could be fatigue. But I've also learned that the president doesn't take a rest.
Yeah.
And as you said, it is right. The president needs to take a rest. Yesterday at Kalasha Awards, first of all, fashion police, chapa kiboko mtu alivalisha president jana. Very, very bad. Very, very bad, I'll tell you.
He looked all right?
No.
Okay, what was he wearing? I mean, do you have the photo of the president at the Kalash Awards?
Yeah.
We put it up. It is not like
It was very bad. The cape, first of all,
okay.
The cape was ill-fitting.
Meaning? It was big?
No. It was very small.
Okay.
Yeah. You see this one of yours is small, but it's designed to fit you as such.
Yes.
But his was very small that it left a very big part of his head outside. Especially when the photo was taken from sideways. It exposed a very bad posture of the president.
Okay.
Then the attire was putting on in the evening, that was what we call a black tie event. Okay? A black tie event, as a president, there is a mannerism in which you need to dress, not the normal suit. Yes, he put on the normal suit and he had a black tie. But it was not eventful at the level of the president. He could have done a better outfit. Apart from what he did yesterday. He could have put on something brighter, like either a white coat or a black coat with a different colored or a slightly bright, this part. Yeah, I don't know how we call this part. And also, the shirt that he was putting on, plus the bow tie, it needed to be something different. It was very, very ill-fitting for me. If I looked at it, I was like, not presidential. I expect something different that maybe was a little bit properly fitting, basically. If you look at that profile, I don't know if you're playing the photo. Yeah. It looks very, the president looks there like from 1999 or 1998, thereabout. The fashion house or the fashion style of 2024 at that level calls for something different. That was fairly disturbing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then also, the president needs to take an off for this reason. He needs to recultivate his aura. The president walked in to Kalash Awards.
All right.
And the MC was busy celebrating or reeling up the people to celebrate the walking in of the president.
Okay.
Put your hands together for the president of the Republic of Kenya.
But he was gate crashing.
Even in gate crashing, you must have your people who will cheer you. The room was silent.
Silent?
That's the president walking in. That's the president walking in, bro. Before the president walks in, you should have created some room about it. The person wanted the peer around.
So I don't get what you're saying, but you're saying that when the president was coming in,
yes,
it was business as usual. They didn't recognize that he was getting in.
They didn't. It was here, thumbs down. Because there was
for the people that were watching, or for the MC that were on stage, who exactly was?
Even the people who were in the venue, it was very down, Jagiro. It was very, very down. I don't know if Nani could get we didn't just tell him earlier, but if you could get that clip.
Yeah, you can get that clip for the president.
If you just check on Facebook, there's the president walking in to Kalash Awards. The MC was here. In terms of
alikuwa ni ana DJ ama what was he doing?
The MC was hyping the president very well. But the way he was walking, he was not even looking aside, waving, looking aside, shaking a hand.
He was not presidential.
It was very presidential, but now this one required not to be very presidential.
Okay.
This one required him to be very
to natural. Insert yourself in art.
Exactly. Become an artist.
Okay.
Stand, salimia one artist. Look at them. Do even this. Smile.
Yeah.
Look at them again. Hold them with their two hands. There's a level that communication takes you to. You don't just walk in. It's not It's not formal. It's an informal event, for God's sake. Walk in, smile, talk to people. Take your time. Unasikia? Don't rush to go and sit. Na inafaa ungepanga watu wako already. Because
watu wa kusalimia
unawapanga.
Watu wa kusalimia.
Create the excitement.
Oh my God.
The world is a stage. And everybody is sort of performing. Very few are present.
Yeah.
So if it requires performance, then make it. Because I believe the person who was trying to do this PR in terms of having the president get crashing was very, very much off. Very much off.
Okay.
The president get crashing was not a good idea. He could have just announced that he's actually coming to that event. And he was coming with a big announcement.
But what was the idea of making it look like the president was get crashing the event?
To make it look like a surprise. Whereas it was not a surprise.
Surprising who? Surprising
the Kalasha Award attendees that, the president is part of this. Oh, the president is, he's not like the other presidents who never attended this. This is a president who actually walks in and talks to us. Yeah, and that is, it failed. Out of 10, I give it a 2.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but
Did you watch it though?
I watched, obviously I watched some of it, I saw, but I am really, really concerned that I think that in life, sometimes we feel like it's a matter of life and death. Sometimes, for me, even at Political Headache, I feel like every evening I have to be there. But sometimes the body just refuses, and the body just tells you no.
Yeah, the president must take a rest.
It's not working.
He has suffered burnout, serious burnout.
There is a lot of burnout in his demeanor. And then there is a group of people that are trying to make the president look young in order to, appear exciting to the Gen Z. Giving him balls, giving him this, trying to ask him to speak in Sheng, and this and that, and it's a bit off for me.
The only person who is succeeding in the president's communication team is the gentleman or the lady who is in charge of the real production that is placed on his Facebook page.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, that is
amazing. The gentleman that is in charge of the presidential social media account.
Perfect.
That is unbelievable.
Perfect.
As a matter of fact, I would go on and say that the curation is on another level.
Yes. On that is a complete
curation. But do you think the president needs a director?
Yes.
To direct.
A creative director, not just a director.
A creative director.
A creative director. Those who are in State House, those are not creative directors. Those are
How are you? Very good.
a press statement, and trying to curate a situation like before.
Yeah.
Right now, in the creative director, somebody who is not formal, avai tai na suti.
Okay.
Ni mtu is not very work process. Si ya kawaida kuamka 8 to 5. There are people who can create the president into something very artistic and model him.
Yeah.
Whatever is there now is people, majorly the millennials who are born in 1980s, who are not very conversant and out of touch with the current.
Yeah, the president is walking in with a lady. That's the daughter. Who is this?
No, this lady works for the lady in pink.
Yes.
The lady in pink works for Capital FM. I've met her once.
Okay.
She works for Capital FM or Homeboy's Radio, either. I've met her once at the Junction Mall. She was hosting an event there. She's actually a presenter.
I actually don't think that the president looks looks off for me. I think he's all right.
No, he looks very off. I want to send to Frank the particular outfit that the president should have worn. So that
I can see he's trying to
fit the cape.
He's trying to fit the cape,
which means it is ill-fitting.
Is it too big? What do you mean?
It is too small.
It's too small.
It is too small.
So it keeps getting out.
It keeps getting out, and it sits funny on his head. Can you see?
Okay.
It is very funny on his head. This is an event where he didn't need that kind of cape.
Okay.
That cape was.
I think he needed a cape.
No.
What did he need?
Just come as he is, with a nice tuxedo. It's called. Well, let me get it. I want to show you and send to Frank as well. So
yes.
That he puts it up.
As you do that, let me welcome people of the internet. Agri Mirera is actually the first person on the internet here today on the fireplace. Africa timers, you guys. No, we started on time. Agri, come on, surely. Naseke is saying, Jagero and people of the internet, good evening. I am already here at the fireplace. Thank you very much. Fidel Ongoya, timely conversation watching from the cold town of Ugis. We heard what happened to you, my brother, my friend, but take heart. Wanjigi is there with you. Please allow him to take care of you. And when you come to Nairobi, we hope that you're going to come to Nairobi in good peace. Kevin Awaga is saying, hello there, people of the internet watching from Doha, Qatar. Jambo, Will County. Thank you very much. And we are glad that you are having a good time in Qatar. Corazon Wasuna is saying, good evening, people of the internet. Cut them some slack. Jamal back daily with research and other life responsibility can be taxing. For sure, I agree. Brian Ochieng, good evening. Jagero, we are in ready for Odhiambo's analysis. Odhiambo ananisumbwanga sana, bro. Sana. Eva Otieno is saying, right on time for the great insight from the political headache. Okay, I am seeing some flowers here. I don't know what is this. Okay. Oh, that is but it's a bit too small. I mean, it's yeah. I see Odhiambo. I see the president actually having no cap. I see that.
It shouldn't have a cap.
Yeah, but it is the image is too small. I don't. It's fine. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. I like the way they do the reels. Oh, beautiful.
The gentleman on the reels is just amazing.
Yeah, you can now take it out because it's too small. You needed to have made it a little bit bigger, bro. Okay, Brano Chieng Jagero is becoming a government apologist. Your heart is giving you out. Kama wewe ni tutam unasema tu sisi ni watu wakubwa. Well, I am going to tell you something, my brother. That I don't think that we are going to be robbed of our colors. The other day somebody saw a towel in my office that had rainbow colors and they were saying, Jagero, kwani umeenda pande ile? No, rainbow ni yetu. Huwezi tunyang'anya rainbow. Umesikia Odhiambo? You can't take away our rainbow. This is mustard, whatever it is. But this is a beautiful color. Yeah. So whether it is UDA or whether it is what, we don't care. Okay. Annie is saying, hey, government propagandist and Jagero, we are doing very fine. Joseph Kamau, surely he needs a good rest. Yes. Paul Kisiangas is saying, hi, Annie. Kwani watu wanasemana hi hapa kwa town hall. Okay. Fidel Ongoya Jagero, as we know, shift into discussing the issues affecting our nation. Let us focus on substance over noise, on real challenges, real resolutions, and the future we must collectively build. I completely agree. Japheth is saying Mount Kenya people never forgive betrayal. Ruto should forget Mount Kenya votes and concentrate on Nyanza. But what happened to the good old Bible where it says, forgive thy brother however much they sin against you? Yeah, you can forgive. You don't have to forget, but you can forgive. Okay? And he's saying Gachagua anakimbiza yeye kama baiskeli ya kuibiwa. Chesa. Okay. 2.0 is saying our president must be respected. Very good. True. I agree. And Nancy is saying your president needs a rest for sure. It's a lot. He needs some rest for good. Okay? All right, good. Naseke is saying Odhiambo Ruto family fashion is disaster. Even the, no, Mera. Okay,
put the photo up, the one of Brad Pitt. There's a reason as to why I was asking for that specifically. I want the people of the internet to see. If it is up, you let me know. There's something about it. Yeah. We can play them one after the other, yeah?
Okay, as we go on, I want to read the political temperatures of the day. President William Ruto has acknowledged that he's facing difficulties in winning over Mount Kenya region ahead of next year's general election. While acknowledging the growing hostility from a region that overwhelmingly voted for him in 2022, the president, however, said he is trusting in God that the voters in the region will soften their hearts and back his re-election bid. So people of the internet, the president is saying that it is time for forgiveness in Mount Kenya. You can forgive, you don't have to forget, but we are all Kenyans and we deserve each other, even our votes. I know there is work to be done and many issues to be straightened, but with prayers, even the most difficult situations will be made easy, President Ruto said on Sunday. The president made the remarks during a church service at the African Inland Church, Githumu in Kandara constituency, Murang'a County. Yeah, we have the thing.
The photos are up, right?
The photos are not yet.
Yeah, just play them aside.
Odhiambo, do you believe in forgiveness? Do you believe that Mount Kenya should forgive Ruto?
Right, we'll come to that. Now, if you look at the photos that are playing right now on the internet right now, Jagero.
Yeah.
One thing that you'll realize about these photos, you will see that is Brad Pitt.
Okay.
On the red carpet.
Yes.
There's a difference of texture.
Okay.
Between this part of the coat and this part of the coat. It's a celebratory attire. It's a black tie event. Black tie does not go with a full black event, full black attire. The black attire must contrast. That's why we say he could have put on a pastel of black.
Okay.
Now, how does a pastel of black work? A pastel can be either in texture or in shades, where the coat normally is velvetish, like the one that Brad Pitt is putting on that is playing on screen. Is velvetish, but the trouser remains cotton, wool, or whatever. Okay, and even you see how it exposes the white shirt, and it is very nicely fitting. That's called an evening shirt. The shirt that the president put on is not an evening shirt; it's a normal shirt. You just put a bow tie on it. You should put on an evening shirt. It looks like the one that lawyers use in court. Okay, that's what you put on, and then you wear a bow tie. All right. Then the way the long trouser is always is, it is not the normal trouser again. There's a way that's a little bit fitting. Okay, it is not baggy. It's not formal.
But then let's
just look at Brad Pitt's photo.
I'm seeing the photo. It looks very nice. He's actually not put an Brad Pitt photo. He's put the other photo for this other guy. I don't know his name.
Let me see which one.
This one.
Yeah, that's Brad.
Yes,
that's Brad Pitt.
Oh, but this one.
Yeah, that's him.
That's still him.
Yeah,
they look different.
Yes, it looks very different.
Okay. So anyway, Odhiambo, the question is politically, is a president of a country supposed to have a wardrobe design, a wardrobe whatever? What is it called?
Yes, there should be somebody, a wardrobe manager.
A wardrobe manager.
Yes, the president does not shop. It is the wardrobe manager who shops.
Oh yeah.
Generally, State House should be having a wardrobe manager.
Okay, so then how does that work? So we have a list of events. So the fashion manager or wardrobe manager, as you call it, would be looking at the events where the president is saying and saying, okay, this one fits this one fits this one fits this. So how does the president? How does there is a man that is always in his wardrobe, a woman? What is it?
Actually, it's called a body man.
A body man.
Yes, the body man. His work is normally to ensure that the president affairs are properly put.
Looks presidential.
The personal affairs, like where will he go to the loo, for example.
Okay.
Which coat is he wearing?
Body man.
Body man. Yes, he's not a bodyguard.
Where does he go to the loo?
Where does he go to the loo? He's the one who looks at the loo where the president goes. He's very particular with the affairs of the president.
Okay.
Okay. Including, you remember, you can see the president in Meru.
But the president flushes his own toilet, right?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But before he goes in, the body man goes in and checks. Before the president sits to eat, the body man is always there.
Okay.
He's a very colorless person around the president. You'll never really know who he is.
Oh, really?
But if you work close...
That is very interesting.
Yes, if you work very close to them, you'll understand there's that person called a body man.
Okay.
Who's not a bodyguard. So body man is the one who actually informs the bodyguard. Then there's the protocol. So body man is like the maid of the president, personal maid.
Body man?
Yes, literal personal maid.
Oh, okay.
So the body man is the one again who works now hand in hand with the fashion person, the stylist. Okay. Now the stylist is the one who knows. Like you remember when President Ruto came to power, the stylist from Nigeria who was doing his attire. Okay. Those nice counter suits you saw were being done by somebody from Nigeria.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Because if you look at he also carries something for the president.
Exactly.
So, for example,
like
if he's tired of his cape, he will hand it out.
He'll hand it out, and the body man is the one who will take, not the bodyguard, not the PA.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
People of the internet, this is a very good learning today. A body man or a body woman is the president's closest personal aide.
Yes.
The role sits below formal titles.
Yes.
Like chief of staff, but often has more day-to-day proximity
to the president
than anyone else.
Exactly.
Amazing, Odhiambo. Congratulations. Now you're the man with the experience and with the knowledge. What the job actually involves, constant presence.
Yes.
Travels everywhere with the president, motorcade, flights, private meetings, schedule control, holds the daily plan, keeps time, signals when meetings start and end, immediate needs, carries briefing folders, pens, phones, medication, speech copies. Goodness sake! Gatekeeping, manages who gets a quick word in hallways or between events.
Exactly.
Discretion, hears everything, repeats nothing.
Exactly.
That trust is the core of the job. You are supposed to be the silent listener to every conversation,
exactly.
sort of.
The fly on the wall.
The fly on the wall.
Yes.
The fly on the president's coat.
Yes. So you're quiet completely. Your role is to, the president can even signal. The president does not say, I'm done with this meeting. It is the person that the president signals. And how they signal, like, for example, let me use an example of my friend.
Okay.
I know she will kill me for this, but I will use it. Mama Ida.
Okay.
So this is how I will know that she's done with the meeting.
Okay.
So normally those meetings take 20 minutes and they're done.
Yeah.
But when you are starting to look for her spectacles.
Who's a Buru's body man? Come on, people. Just... Who's a Buru's body man?
Yeah. Buru has a body man. Yeah, we don't know who he is.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Mama, I knew whenever she would pick her spectacles or she would shift to the to checking her bag, that's a signal that meeting is over. So then you're allowed to walk in.
Okay.
And tell the gentleman. So if you see, like, for example, the Queen, Queen Elizabeth, you'll see the gentleman or the lady who comes in and says, Your Majesty, Odoro Jagero.
Yes.
So that's the role of the bodyman. To usher you in and out, but also to pick the signals.
Okay.
That this is happening.
I'm sending you some messages here, some images to put
the
on.
president is tired. The president wants to move. Remember during Uhuru Kenyatta's time, there was a lady who used to sit a meter back on the left.
Mwenye alikuanga na uji.
Na uji huyo. Alikuwa na kabag ngine hivi. That was the body woman for Uhuru.
She was not an uji woman.
Well, she was a water woman. She was like there. Back left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, great. That is very very interesting. But Nani had a body looks like even Obama had a body woman, yeah?
Yes. They always have.
Okay, that is very interesting. So I was asking you if forgiveness, what do you think about Mount Kenya forgiving the president? People of the internet, we are going to be talking about the mass exodus of UDA, MPs and governors in Mount Kenya. And something is shifting. The ground is really shifting. And I think that Ruto at some point will have to, to take care of the bleeding that is happening in Mount Kenya. And I want you, people of the internet, even as we will be opening the phone lines, what do you think? Do you think that Mount Kenya should forgive the president and try to work with him? Because I think that they are going to church every day, and Kenya is 80% Christian, and I think they should forgive the president. Don't ask me if I should forgive the president, but Odhiambo, what do you think about forgiveness?
Forgiveness in politics is not an option. It doesn't work. It must be engineered. Forgiveness is never given in politics. You must indicate the reason as to why you need to be forgiven. And then the people who forgive you are not even the voters per se. The voters are often directed. The people who forgive you are the leaders of that particular region that you're talking to or that you are discussing with. Largely, we have something called the point man politics in Africa. It is still very big. The point man politics is where a community donates their power of direction and of thinking to a particular person. It happens across the nation. You will realize that leaders across Mombasa are pointing towards Joho as the senior most. Not that is the most learned, but just as the senior most politician, becoming their point man there. Yeah. If you look at Western, it's always divided. There's a Tuoli up there somewhere trying to be a hegemon. Then we have Wetangula, Uko Bungoma, point men basically. Yeah. So it is this point men who then go and communicate and say, we have talked with him. We have agreed. We have decided to forgive him. Those are the only people you need. Okay. Now, let's look at the question of Mount Kenya. And what is the sin here? Yeah. What is the sin? Yes, what is the sin that needs to be forgiven? Okay. That's a very important discussion to have. Okay. Mount Kenya has several layers of their kingpins or of their appointment. One is the layer of what I call the political leaders. And that one we have Kindiki up there, we have Rigathi up there, we have Kenyatta up there. Then there's a second tier of leaders, the parliamentarians. Then we have the third tier, which is the money people, the business people. Okay. Now remember, what is Mount Kenya known for? Business. Now if Mount Kenya is known for business, you can be sure that these people are listening more to the business leaders as compared to even the political leaders. Because if the business leaders tell them things are not going right for us, then it is happening. Now, what is the other big sin? I always put it as such, that when privilege is withdrawn, then equity or equality sounds like oppression. Did you get that? When privilege is withdrawn, then equality or equity sounds like oppression. Because then you are told to be just like anybody else and wait like anybody else, like follow the line. All right? So that's a very big sin that President Ruto has committed against the Mount Kenya people. He's withdrawn the privilege that they had. And this privilege has been effectively withdrawn by the removal, in my view, of Gachagua. And I always say that I think the person who advised the president to remove Gachagua was not proper in his thinking. Not proper. For this reason, in the 48 laws of power, or even understanding political power, if you want to do away with your enemy or your rival in politics, you don't leave them a space to breathe. You must annihilate. Annihilate means you gone and they cannot recover. But if you leave them space to recover, they'll disturb you. And these guys did not have that foresight of annihilation of this person.
But what does it look like? What is the complete annihilation of Gachagua look like?
Thank you. Now that's a very good question.
Yeah.
So let's borrow a little bit from Moi.
Okay.
I want to give a very practical example. You are a minister in Moi's regime, or you're a vice president in Moi's regime. By 3 or by 4, it is announced, or by 1, it's actually mostly 1. Mawaziri walikuwa nasikiza sana habari za saa 7 and habari za saa 10, because it could be announced that there's a change in cabinet. Now when that happens, the next thing is the vehicle you're having, you take it to the closest police station. Closest. And the drivers, the bodyguards drop
But I think that is really terrible. Why can't they just be allowed to go home? You can pick it the following day.
No. Politics work like that. So I'm telling you how power works. Okay? So when it's announced that you're off power, then that happens. Then immediately, if you are a potential rival of the president, what does he do? There's a loan somewhere that you took. Normally, they always give you loans, very huge loans. And normally, they always introduce you to corruption. This is how power works, okay? They introduce you to corruption that you cannot avoid. It is too sweet. And of course, you know people eat, so you are also eating. But somewhere, there's something that has been recorded for you. It's been left. So they take you to court and start doing what?
Breadcrumbs.
Yes, persecuting you. Okay? The next thing, like wanakupangianga vizuri sana, hizo makesi. That once you're out, your financial power is cut. Okay? Your political power is cut. Initially, wananzanga na political power. They first brand you as an enemy of that community. Because that's where you get your strength from. So once they brand as an enemy of the community, when it's announced that you're gone, then now all the government agencies fall on you. But now that's not the Kenya of today. So how do you do it in the Kenya of today?
What do you mean it's not the Kenya of today?
Because that was then where the president was absolute.
What do you mean by absolutism in the presidency?
Yeah, it was absolute in that he could call KRA, he could call EACC, the Chief Justice will pick his call and put you in. You could be taken to jail without trial, remember?
Okay, yes.
Such things. I want to give you a further typical example. Wow, this is going to be interesting. So, this is about 1992, 93 or thereabout, or I could be wrong. This is the story of this fellow of the BT, the former minister, called who? Dalmas Otieno, Dalmas Anyango Otieno. Dalmas was rumored to be in bed with the opposition.
Okay. Where the opposition was Raila or who?
It was Jaramogi.
Jaramogi Kingutinga.
Yes, remember Dalmas was strongest leaning to President Moi.
Yeah.
And when he started appearing to be leaning towards the opposition or talking with the opposition, the first thing that happened is that the government withdrew its shares in the BT Bank. And those who know the history of the BT Bank remember so well that when the government withdrew its shares, the BT Bank collapsed immediately.
The BT Bank that
was founded
by Dalmas
Otieno. So he had the BT Bank and the BT Insurance.
Okay.
Both of these, had the biggest shareholder from the government. Biggest of shares and biggest money deposits from the government. Remember, most government accounts, quote unquote, were also anchored at the BT Bank. Or significant amount was anchored at the BT Bank. And just by the strike of one pen, down. And the BT Bank closed. And Otieno Dalmas never recovered until his death recently. He never recovered. Yes.
Because I only had, what was there in the past. I didn't see a man that was his confidence was lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
he completely degenerated into, he's even tried fighting with other Luo leaders.
Yeah.
Raila came to his aid a few times. Raila disowned him a few times. And he was just a commoner at the end of the day.
Yes. So that is how politics works. If you go against the power that be, or the power that be wants to do away with you, they have to annihilate you to the extent that you are not able to rise. But that is what this government did as a mistake. The regime, they removed Gachagua but failed to annihilate him. So how are they to annihilate Gachagua? People of the internet, this is not to reflect my personal intentions. This is just a description of how this could happen. One, the case that they're talking about in terms of rape and murder, that's something that they will have arraigned Gachagua for in court immediately.
But it appears that it could have just been propaganda.
Of course. But you're arraigned in court. You are arguing in court.
You're arguing the fact in court.
In court. And remember, there's some things which are unbailable.
Ruto is a Christian.
Of course.
Yeah, so, he's looking at the guy and saying, well, he helped me, defeat Raila. I'm not going to go against him like that.
And that is the mistake he's doing. In politics, when you want to do away with the rival, I'll repeat to you, you annihilate. Let me give another example. You see Putin?
Yeah.
He had a very good chef. His chef was called Prigozhin.
Yeah.
Prigozhin was actually a normal chef in the streets of Russia. What's the capital of Russia? I'm forgetting, yeah? It was actually a chef.
Capital of?
Of Russia.
Moscow.
Moscow, yes. Thank you. I'm old, yeah?
Yeah. Moscow.
I'm not very old. Moscow. So Prigozhin was a chef there, running a restaurant.
But he was also the city kanjo there.
Just wait.
Yeah.
He was a normal chef, first of all.
No. But Nani was a city kanjo there.
Nani?
The Russian president.
No. The Russian president was coming from KGB.
But he became a mayor, did he not?
So we're coming to that.
Okay, good. Go
So
ahead.
At this point, we're talking about him.
People of the internet also complain that I like, getting in between you and what we're explaining.
It's okay. We are talking. I mean,
yes.
It's a conversation. It's not an interview.
Yeah. Chill. Go ahead.
So when you look at Prigozhin, Putin took him into Kremlin and made him his chef and took him into the oligarchy. Remember, Russia is ruled by the oligarchs.
Yes.
Who Putin is the highest of them. So Putin took him into the oligarchy and gave him all cooking tenders of Kremlin.
Cooking tenders?
Yes, cooking, literally. Literally.
Yeah, the chef de jour.
Yes, the chef de jour.
Good.
So until he was popularly known in the media as Putin's chef.
Okay.
Because he's the one who Putin trusted his food most. All right? Then Pole Prigozhin came up with a very strong militia. Because Putin now turned him.
A kitchen militia?
No, not a kitchen militia. It's actually a militia that is deployed, that is working. Okay? Militia that is armed. Mercenaries, yes.
Yes.
I'm forgetting the name of the group. But I know Wagner. It's called Wagner.
The Wagner Group.
Yeah, the Wagner Group. So he was made the head of Wagner Group.
Yeah.
Now, what was the Wagner Group doing? The Wagner Group was meant to work so that to achieve something called denial of culpability. Or deniable, whatever. There's a way I always call it. Where Putin will send them into outposts to go and fight in Africa, and it will not be blamed on Russia directly. It will be blamed on these mercenaries. You remember just recently in Congo and Rwanda, when there was a war there,
yes,
there was this gentleman who was telling those whites, Mutoke, Peter. Those people were being told to Peter are part of the Wagner Group. Okay. So Wagner Group is always hired to provide protection, especially in Central African Republic. They were largely in Mali, and you can see the guy from the gentleman from Cote d'Ivoire, not Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, is using the Wagner Group as well currently. So Putin had this gentleman. This gentleman was too empowered, too much money. The Wagner Group had a whole establishment in Moscow, and at one moment he became big and decided to become like Putin.
Yeah.
And he was now questioning the military of Putin. And he led a mutiny, okay, where the mercenaries marched from another part of Russia and they were headed to Moscow to overthrow the military. The military leadership specifically.
Okay.
Now that is a sin that is not forgivable. Because that is a coup. Remember, this is Putin's closest friend.
Okay.
What did Putin do instead? Putin invited the president of Belarus, okay, and asked him to take this fellow with him when they were negotiate huko. But already, the scheme towards fighting this fellow was already up. So as he was taken there, he was told, stay there, don't come back to Russia. But within 1 month, the guy came back to Russia. And of course, Putin played like things are solving. Niko sawa, unajua wewe ni best yangu. Kuna shida. The gentleman was flying private jet. As he was flying somewhere up the sky, an accident happened. He was dropped off the sky. This is not long ago. This is not even 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah. It's just the other thing.
Boom! Chuku. That's how you annihilate a political rival. That has shown potential to take over your seat.
But I think that
so that is gross.
Yeah, but yeah, that is.
So Kenya, you allow them to leave, but you cut them off financially completely. You and me know that Gachagua was struggling with some bills. That was a good strategy, but again, he's regained because he has made peace with the people he was offending before. So could there be an opening of finances towards him because he's defending some of them?
I think Gashagua's fall from grace and is slowly navigating himself back to what is quote unquote power is amazing. And a lot of people have said that Rigathi Gachagua has looked at the way Raila ran the opposition for a long time.
Right.
And you can see that he's really coping a lot of things that Raila did. You know, trying to have his base intact. Reinventing himself. Because even if you look at one of the most high-flying governors, 12, 14 months before elections, is saying that they are no longer going, and that is the story that we're going to go next, saying that they are not going to be defending their seat on a UDA ticket. It is interesting, and every other day, if you look at Gashagua's page, he's always meeting people. He's also another guy that you take a rest, by the way. Him and Ruto wanakimbianga hivi.
Yes.
Hakuna rest. He's in Karen taking his lantern to Musioka's party headquarters.
The
lectern. From there, he's in Muranga
right.
For lunch.
Yes.
And then after 4, he's in Mogadishu. He's welcoming a DCP member.
Yes.
Then at night,
yes.
he's with Jeff
yes.
or with Kameme or Inoro or whatever. The following morning, in the morning, he's actually in Malindi. He's one of those guys. And so what the trajectory, you know, and I think that... well, if you look back, you see that when Gachagua is being taken care of in Parliament and being banished from the government, even the members of his own community joined the fray and the choir to shout him out of government. You know, and I think Ruto and his team did not have the benefit of what tomorrow is going to look like. Because most of your MPs have actually decided that they don't like you, they don't want to talk about you, they have decided to vote with their feet against you. And so I think in their head they were thinking, this guy is going to retreat to Amunyoro with shame and with his head down and saying, okay, wacha nitafute Uhuru tukunywe ile uji libaki kutoka State House. But I think that he was hit with a block, but he survived that hit.
Yeah.
And he's saying, what can I do? Should I come back to my 2 feet? I have to do A, B, C, D. So he went extremely aggressive against the president and tried as much as possible to salvage the mountain. And slowly by slowly, chip by chip, block by block, he's started to build that house.
Yeah.
And as you see now, the house is nearing completion. There is a roof over their head. You know, the wind and the rain is at bay. And now a lot of people are coming to pay homage to him.
Yes.
If you look at Olkalau, DCP has almost more than 10 aspirants that are lining up for nomination. And if you look around Mount Kenya, you realize that How many people in Mount Kenya right now can stand on a stage and talk against Gachagua? Only Shungwa. I don't see any. Look, leave alone these other small ones. But only Shungwa can actually go to TV and talk about. Perhaps he has also given up.
He'll lose his seat.
I think Ichungwa has given up.
Ichungwa will lose his seat.
Yes. He is only hoping that Ruto goes back to power and puts him somewhere. But I think he's lost Kikuyu. He has lost the people. And even when you hear Jade speaking the other day, he's saying that they use this word, that Gachagua has poisoned the ground. And I think that's a very powerful statement.
It is, absolutely. Looking at the level of governors who are exiting, in fact, I would ask Frank to play the video where Governor of Muranga has today just announced that he's leaving UDA. And that is a very important clip to play. It's also a very important thing to do. Guys, I want you to watch this and then we speak about it. Are you ready? Good.
And thank you for that statement. And therefore, my responsibility is to adhere to what people have told me. And in light of that, and because I've tried my best to have these issues resolved internally, I have had a candid discussion with His Excellency the President, one-on-one, where we shared these ideas, but we do not reach what we call full convergence. I have no doubt to say that after careful reflection, I wish to state that come 2027, I will not defend my seat on the current party ticket. I will later at a certain stage communicate the platform which I will present myself to the electorate. However, until then, I will remain a disciplined and committed member of UDA party. I will continue to serve diligently in my capacity and to cooperate with the national government in delivering development to our people. I will remain loyal to the president and also to the party through the remainder of this term. I do not intend to become the president of Kenya. Neither do I want to become the deputy president of this country. Therefore, my interest and his interest, they do not conflict, strictly speaking. Mine is only to defend my Muranga seat. But I felt this is important for me to say because I have seen for the last few days, the president has been in Muranga. And every time when I go there, I'm being pressured to endorse programs, to endorse him. Even the pressure has come publicly, including my friend Kimani Shungu. They have even suggested that I'm not sick, which I felt is not fair, because truly it is true I have a problem. I felt that's too much. They have even reached to a certain stage that I thought, if I don't do this, people will start saying I'm a cunning politician. So I said, okay, fine. Let me talk the truth. My view on the party, my view on 2027. And today I've decided to set the record straight and to express myself that I've done my best. I've given my ideas, strategies, which the party thought otherwise. And I have to say the truth.
Yeah, this is one of the most level-headed leaders of Mount Kenya. Level-headed. If Gachagua is a madman, this man is not mad. This man is not your typical politician. This man is one of the people who helped sprout or grow the image of President Ruto amongst Mount Kenya people. Is the man who used to write letters to President Kenyatta. It's called Irungu Obarua, if you remember. He used to write a lot of letters telling the president how the ground is shifting and how the president needs to heed his call. And
Irungu Kangata.
Irungu Kangata.
Writing to who is president?
To President Kenyatta back then, when he was in Jubilee. This is a very sober politician. Sober. In fact, I could say one of the most level-headed politicians in Mount Kenya is a man who has also worked for Muranga properly. He's been fitted severally for his gains in Murang'a County. So the exit of this guy from UDA is a big hit on UDA because these are what we call anchor candidates in UDA, especially for Mount Kenya. Anchor in the sense that the core of Mount Kenya has quite a number of governors. We talk about Murang'a, we talk about Kiambu. So let's analyze. The other governor of Kiambu, the current governor of Kiambu called Wamatangi. He was frustrated the other day and persecuted when his business down here was taken out, the business along next to Nyayo. And of course, we've heard what has happened to him before because the other fellow called Ichungwa wanted to take that seat or is garnering to take that seat. So that governor is off. Remember, that governor has worked. Now, what is the Mount Kenya strategy? The governors are actually delivering to the people. To the people. They are not playing politics of patronage because they know that's their only defense. So Kiambu is gone. Today, Murang'a is
It was actually the MP of Kiharu.
Yes.
Is that not the place of Ndini Nyoro?
So when he left to become senator, Ndindi Nyoro took that place, remember?
So Kiharu is a very, very, very blessed constituency.
Yes. You pass through Kiharu, it's like you're passing through Swiss Alps. The roads are very nice. The weather there is very beautiful. You see a college.
Like Homa Bay?
Well, not really. I don't know why you had to insert that. Because now we need to, actually, you're going to need a whole show to audit Homa Bay. Yeah. I'm starting to believe some things. Yeah.
What are you believing? Tell me.
We will count it.
What are you believing about Homa Bay?
Prepare a show.
Huh?
We will talk about it.
I prepare a show.
Prepare a show.
About Homa Bay.
Yes.
People of the internet, have you heard that?
Yeah.
The chickens are coming home to roost.
Homa Bay must be relooked at.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
People so that people don't get frustrated by me interfering.
Yeah. So there's that is happening. So Kiambu is lost. Murang'a is lost.
Kiambu is lost.
Murang'a is lost.
Murang'a is lost.
Yes. Now let's go to Nyeri. Do we have it as UDA? No. It's gone. Who is the current governor of Nyeri? Mwalimu Kahiga.
Mwalimu Kahiga. Yeah. But I saw him standing by the president the other day.
Of course, he's a politician. He plays very well. But it's also gone, that I can tell you, because he's having his last term. Yeah. And the possible person who takes over, that is Gachagua Citadel. So, of course, the person going to take over is going to be DCP. That's a fact. So 3, gone. Now, Embu is going to be lost. Embu, remember, is where the party chairperson comes from. That is Cecily Mbarire. They're going to lose it. And they're going to lose it because of this. I had an experience with them. And the experience looks like this. The people around the governor are very, very bad. Very, very deceptive. Around Embu, they're too deceptive. And the governor is quite a good person, but after 35, 36, 37 years, we'll call Gitonga or somebody. He's going to take over. And he's from DCP. Okay? So Embu is also gone. So perhaps the only place the UD will remain with, which is not still sure, Kirinyaga. But in that Kirinyaga, Wangui Ngirishi, who is also being persecuted. I don't know if you can play the letter of Wangui Ngirishi being fired recently after declaring that she's not going to contest for governor on UDA ticket. Wangui Ngirishi has said that she's off to contest on UDA ticket. Then what does UDA do immediately? They fire her from Kenya's Seed Company, which is a corporation of the state, I think so, if I'm not wrong. And that letter, I think, is now playing. And you can read with me what it says. It indicates how instructions are given to the board to let her go. Okay? And that is very, very interesting. Yeah, there it is. As you're aware, the Kenya Seed Company Limited is established under the Companies Act Cap 489 to carry out and manage the business of seed production in Kenya. In line with the above provisions in the Articles of Association, you are hereby advised to process the immediate removal of Ms. Purity Wangui Ngirishi as Director and Chairperson of the board as appointed under Article 102 of the Articles of Association. Please note that instructions are to be effected immediately.
Why is Sami being addressed by one name?
Why is who?
Sami.
Who is Sami?
Dear Sami.
Yeah, Sami must be something there. I don't know who he is. Is he the CEO? If you look at that letter,
but Sami is just addressed by one name.
Who has written this letter, by the way? If you look at it, John Buddy. John Buddy is the CS of finance. Yeah. Okay. So it's very quick.
John Mbadi Ngongo.
Yeah, Ngongo is the person who is now punishing or effecting the directives. Now Ngirishi, remember in politics, if you want to create somebody, just persecute them. Once you look like you're persecuting them, you're creating them. So now Ngirishi is not really being persecuted, but there she's gone. The other day, Omanga, who is not from central Kenya, but very close to central Kenya than Kisii, in terms of her appearance with UDA. She was a darling of central Kenya. She's also gone. And remember, it is rumored that Omanga got quite a number of businesses from State House. It is rumored. Whether it's true or not, she has said otherwise. But now she's out, contesting through DCP. And so many more people are exiting. The other day, we also saw this fellow, Moho Kenyatta. Many people may not know who Moho Kenyatta is, Jageru. Moho Kenyatta is the brother to President Kenyatta. We saw them doing something in Kajiado, Jubilee something, these Jubilee meetings after meetings. And in that meeting, Uhuru talked to the people via the phone. And there's something that he said. And he was saying, hapa ni ngumu sana, naambiwa mimi siwezi ongea, I'm being gagged. Lakini wakati ya Kibaki aliwacha Moi akaongea. Hata mimi niliwacha Kibaki akaongea siasa. Mimi mbona nakatazwa kuongea? Okay? The introduction of Moho Kenyatta is very fishy. But remember, Uhuru Kenyatta's son is very young and is not yet politically prepared. He's a prince, of course, he could be groomed, but also, who cares? Okay? So Moho Kenyatta is the immediate one who can be a force to organize, not a force to take over. So his actual presence in a political rally is, for lack of a better term, showing the middle finger to President Ruto. There's level of disdain from the Kenyatta family towards President Ruto.
Why though?
Because
he's son of a poor man,
no,
a
when you're a worker to the king, when the king abdicates and you take over, to the king, in the eyes of the king, you're still a worker.
But you see, that is the problem with Uhuru Kenyatta and his family. That they have always looked at everybody as very inferior.
Yeah.
And that they do not deserve anything. Because perhaps that is also why he was so embittered against Gachagua, because Gachagua was his body man. So to speak. And there was a lot of, bitterness when they went asunder, when they went apart from each other.
Correct.
And now, to be honest with you, Ruto might have known Moi, might have read a few verses or lullaby songs to Moi when he was young, but he remained a boy from the village.
Yes.
Somebody who did not deserve to be sitting with kings.
Yes.
And Ruto has cried several times in public, remembering where he's coming from. And I think, sometimes when, for example, I don't want to, put myself close to Mr. Ruto because I don't think I am. But he's coming from poverty, I don't know whether abject but I'm also coming from a very bad place,
Yeah.
But when you see the stars aligning and shining for him, sometimes you really get emotional. But then there are some people that never forget where you're coming from.
Right.
And in as much as, however, whether you can go to London and buy the coat, they will never respect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A coat like mine.
Yeah. They will never. Who is Odiambo? From Potato County.
From Nyalenda.
From Potato County.
Yeah. What the hell?
What the hell?
Exactly.
Hata ununue nini, ukuja hapa na Mercedes usimamishe hapo, hata ingia. He doesn't care. So I think that is probably the problem that Uhuru has always had against, Ruto. But I also have a feeling that there is something that happened between them that we are not completely in knowledge of.
I would say this. What happened between Uhuru and Ruto is that these guys shared a cooking pot.
A cooking pot?
Yes. And the cooking pot, they know the broth that they made.
Okay.
These are facts we can't do away with. And in that sense, wanajuana kwa vilemba. Wanaelewana vizuri sana. And you always say mhini na mhiniwa nje yao ni moja. And they know that at some point they're tied at the hip, which effectively denies President Ruto from talking about certain things. And I will mention specifically the debt question.
Yes.
Without fear or favor, I will mention it. If the president did not have a role to play in that debt question, he would now have had Uhuru and his operatives behind bars. Because a time comes when things have to happen. But you see, he's taken the load for that. And is continuing to, for lack of a better term again, to pussyfoot around this issue of the debt. Because this is what has bedeviled him. Remember, without this big debt issue, he would be now an underdog in this question for this reason. And he's just missing the point. If I were him, I would be an underdog in this race in a very simple manner. Everything that is bedeviling President Ruto today, including the finance bill where he wanted to raise the taxes, to raise more money, etc., it is, he inherited shit from Uhuru Kenyatta, which he could not handle. In Kijalu, we say, Cheto Pongoderu.
Shit has hit the fan.
Yes. And he knew there's going to be stinking because if you put your head in shit, and when you lift your head from the shit, it's still smelly and nobody wants to associate with you because you're trying to balance and clean it, but as you clean it, it's still very smelly. But the person who helped you put your head in shit is over there relaxing.
But do you
think...
And
they know that if you raise that question, if you talk about it, because the $1 billion, which never hit the consolidated account of Kenya at the central bank, we can talk about it. These are questions.
But Uhuru should have understood that these are games that men in politics play.
They are both playing
and so if I play a certain way, then you congratulate me for playing well. But Uhuru
is not a gentleman.
Yes, he doesn't want to congratulate Ruto for playing well.
He's not a gentleman.
And the other question that arises from this whole debacle is that, Uhuru had the machinery to block Ruto from being the president.
Yes, but he gave him a through pass.
I wouldn't call it a through pass.
I would call it a through pass because I was at Bomas.
What do you mean by a through pass?
Now, this is how it worked.
Yeah.
So, of course, we know that people were thinking, people were imagining that there's always the deep state that could do something, could make Raila president. And even Raila, of course, imagined, I think, the same, that something would happen, a miracle. Just like in the case of Uhuru Kenyatta, President Ruto, and Moi in 2002. Before the announcement, Ruto has said himself, he believed that Mzee Moi could perform some miracle for them to go into the presidency. But this miracle was not coming. Instead, what did President Moi tell them? Wewe, prepare concession speech. Specifically, President Moi told Ruto, prepare concession speech.
When they were going against Kibaki?
Yes, when they were going against the NAC regime.
Yes.
Yes, Kibaki was a figurehead of the NAC regime. Okay? Now, it comes to this point where now you realize President Kenyatta in 2022 had everything. And I want to play for you scene by scene how it happened.
Okay.
So on 15th of August 2022, actually let's start from 13th. 13th of August 2022. We are at house number 38, April Cross Road. We are looking at the figures of how this election is panning out. The margin is too slim. And we are sure that miracles can happen.
Who is surging ahead?
Ruto is surging ahead. But the margin is too slim. But it's a constant slim that is not closing.
Okay.
Like something can be done. Something can be engineered so that we move past this. And we're hoping that something could be done. Okay? So between that 13th, actually between 12th and 15th, a lot of things happened that the common man will never know. And also because I worked in those spaces, and in some of them I had NDS, I will not share them. But so many things happened, and part of the things that happened, there was a lot of intense lobbying in telling the President Kenyatta to ensure that
the scale is tipped.
That the scale is tipped. And in that process, General Ogola, Tuju, and a host of other members of the National Security Council went to visit Chebukati at Bomas of Kenya to at least force a runoff. Because the margin was too slim that a runoff would be believable. Because in the instance of a runoff...
So creating a situation whereby there is no 50+1.
Exactly.
Putting it maybe 49, 40...
yes.
So 48...
48.9 and 47.9 or 49 point whatever. Two believable, basically believable margins. Because this 100, 200,000 difference of votes, some that could close in, by talking and ensure that things change. So when that attempt was made, of course, Chebukati was insistent on doing the right thing. And said, no, we'll announce the winner of this election.
Yeah.
On 15th, in the morning, I drove my Subaru XV. to Ruto's current residence.
Yeah.
And at the gate, I saw the cars lined there. And there was a celebratory mood in Karen. Then I drove to Raila's residence. I could not enter, of course.
Yes.
Because I didn't want to enter. If I wanted, I could enter, but I didn't want to enter. But there's a lot of lacklusterness around there. Then I drove to Bomas. And in Bomas, I remember seeing Toto walking.
Which Toto?
Toto, the girl from Bomet, the women rep. I remember her walking kwa mguu tu na nguo ingine kawaida tu akiingia. I was like, this girl is so lucky. Does she know she's going to be like some big person in the near future?
Who is she now?
Of course, she's the women rep. And I believe if she did better, she would become better. But I think she wasted an opportunity. But that's aside. When the security started enforcing stuff there, I remember a team of ODM MPs and ODM members and Azimio members who were in Bomas were texted. And they know who texted them and told them, mtoke hapo nenda kuwa mbaya. Earlier that day, I had lunch with a few gentlemen who came from Kisumu, whose role was very unclear. But because I know them from Kisumu, I knew they were here for a bad thing. And I remember going with them to Bomas of Kenya. And of course, dropping them there. Walipigwa sana. Walipigwa sana. Sana. When after the message came in and told those guys, you guys exit, it's going to be bad. Hama jamaa walitwangwa kweli kweli. They came back to my car, wamefura-fura, and my car's glass was broken as we sped off. And I drove them to Tuju's hotel in Dari, along Ngong Road. That is Dari. And I remember telling them, gentlemen, this is it. We're done. And as we were leaving, just as we were leaving, the person I saw coming in was Ongondowere's brother-in-law, who is an MP somewhere from Kericho. I can't really recall his name, but I remember his face. And the person who was sitting in the lead car was Sudi. My heart sank when I saw Sudi in the lead car. And then this gentleman, the Ongondowere's brother-in-law, then of course I knew President Ruto's car. I'm like, this is it. Gentlemen, it's done. Let's get away from here. So as President Ruto got in, because when we were in Dari, I was very much following on the phone. And I was trying to see what's going on. And I saw whatever everybody saw, of course, on the internet, where Archbishop Sapit was trying to take leadership. And in that process, Olekina, the ODM people tried to make sure things were not announced. And there was a gentleman there called Noor. And I can tell you confidently that in my view, and I could be wrong, but in my view, our election or the possible force that would have given Raila the presidency was taken away by the ineptitude and inaction of Karanja Kibicho. For this reason, when I looked at the gentleman called Noor, who I think was a deputy inspector general in charge of AP, was the one who had taken leadership. And I know in police operations, you could simply make a call. And a signal is sent and told Noor, step down, person XYZ, take over. Because what should have been done, in my view again, was that, we delayed the announcement and create a constitutional crisis by having Chebukati not announcing. Yeah,
but I believe that for me, one of the biggest, what is the word? One of the biggest happiness that I've ever had was that somebody of Ruto's stature, somebody that had all the cards against him, could actually triumph on the day. Well, for me, I did not support Raila in that election, so I didn't care much, and I was very agnostic towards Ruto. I didn't care about it. So, Ruto became president. He's a nihilot. Raila lost a nihilot. Yeah, That's how it goes.
But that day was really painful, Jagir.
Yeah,
I believed Uhuru could make Raila president, but didn't want, so he made Ruto president.
Well, who is the political animal between Ruto and between Uhuru and Raila? Raila should be the political animal.
You know what Uhuru did? Uhuru left the government on something I call autopilot. Ruto took charge of the government machinery And this I speak of because if you look at the key infrastructure of those who ensure that the government is stable or the state is stable, they were all with Ruto. That was evidence later on in the appointments that were made, including placement in particular institution, which some of them I don't want to mention, but you Kenyans, you can see in which institution was who placed, who was serving the former president in what capacity. And particularly, there's a gentleman who really persecuted Ruto's people in the name of Uhuru Kenyatta. But as I've told you, if you persecute somebody in politics, you build them. And I used to say, this persecution should stop. This Kamata Friday should stop. It is building...
Kamata what?
Fridays. Yeah, people from Ruto's side used to be captured every Friday.
Every Friday.
And they're taken and they're presented before court under frivolous charges, you know, corruption, big cases, big drama. Then when Ruto came in, you remember, the guy was just dropped here and there.
If you want to succeed, you become President Ruto. Or Ruto. Let me just say President Ruto, but Ruto.
Yeah.
I have never forgotten, and I used to wonder what he actually meant. Most of the times he would go for campaigns and say, "Mimi nimejipanga, sawa sawa," you know. And I think Ruto had his eyes in the presidency for a very long time.
Yes, he had planned.
Yes, and he knew how to capture it. And Ruto, I think, is the king of narratives.
Yeah.
It is interesting that right now Ruto can't have narratives.
His team has failed him.
You know, Ruto can't have narratives, and Ruto has been abandoned by the people that are supposed to be by his side. Like you said, most of his CSS are not talking. Most of his PSS are not talking. People are not talking. People are not supporting Ruto. The other day he was telling Mount Kenya that you have got the biggest share in this government. But are they talking about it? No. I mean, we have Kinambadi. Are they talking and supporting President Ruto? They're just shouting. Their voices hoarse and saying one term. But what is two term? They're just saying two term. But what is two term? It does not make sense to just keep saying two term. You know, so I think that is the problem that is happening to Ruto right now. Anyway, back to Mount Kenya.
So let's look at Mount Kenya, and let me just start from where you're talking about.
Yeah.
One of the biggest problems that President Ruto is facing in Mount Kenya is something I call the share of voice in the politics of Mount Kenya. You remember, or as you have evidence, that Gachagua has almost 5 lives in a day, 5 conferences. A press conference in the morning, a radio interview there. Now, just like the market operates, so we have market shares. This is how propaganda also operates. You must have a share of voice in the media. Now, when the other person, because we're operating on something called spiral of silence theory, I've shared with you this before. In the spiral of silence theory of communication and of propaganda, effectively, is that those who talk loudest take charge of the narrative. Those who define the conversation take charge of the narrative. Now, those who have superior opinions but don't talk about them lose. And that is how loudmouthed people normally get into leadership, because they know how to speak. And whatever, in any case, they're speaking nothing, but they're the ones who are being heard, then they influence. And remember, the biggest war to win is the war of the mind. Because once you win the war of the mind, on the ground is just manifestation of that win. Today, in the regime of President Ruto, there are 7 Kikuyu ministers. Allow me to say that, people of the internet, not because I'm tribal, but because we're analyzing. There are 7 Kikuyu ministers. Of these 7 Kikuyu ministers, or 7 Mount Kenya ministers, none of them is talking about Ruto's issues completely.
None of them. The 7 of them. How many CSS do we have?
We have 22 CSS.
And 7 are quiet.
7 are quiet, and 7 are from Mount Kenya. And basically, the reason why they're placed there, as much as the constitution says that they should not participate in politics, the reality is that they should. You're not put there to eat and go home. You're put there you are a surrogate of the president, basically. When the people see you, they see the president. You understand? But now, these guys, they don't talk. They don't help in contributing to any narrative. So the share of voice of Gachagua is so up, because every day he's talking in the media. There's no challenging theory. And as I've always said, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie tells us about the danger of a one-sided story, is that then it sinks as the truth. If you look at Joseph Goebbels' principles of propaganda, he says that as a lie told so many times becomes a reality, okay? Or even something told too many times becomes the reality of the people, or the imagination of the people. So that said, Mount Kenya is heavily dominated today by the narrative of Gachagua, which is eliciting anger and hate towards President Ruto. These people are not able to elicit anger, counter anger towards Gachagua and his team. So in terms of share of voice.
Why?
Because they're not interested. They don't like President Ruto. The ministers that are serving with President Ruto today from Kikuyu land don't like President Ruto. And I'm saying this with a lot of confidence. In the next few weeks, the president must crack the whip to get these ministers off his cabinet.
That is a disaster.
It's not a disaster. It is necessary.
That would be the last nail on the head.
That's not the last nail.
Then he cannot go to Mount Kenya anymore.
I will tell you where the strategy needs to come in.
Okay, go ahead.
President Ruto must accept one thing, that he can't have the whole Mount Kenya. It's gone. That's a fact, Jagir. My apologies, sorry. All right, we are good. It's not a disaster. So this is what President Ruto has to do. He must accept, sometimes you don't need to have 100% of a melon. If you can just have 10% of whatever is bigger than that. For example,
somebody saying even Kalenjins are quiet.
Of course, Kalenjins, we are coming to them.
Okay.
Now, in the context of President... Yes, my apologies.
I understand why the Kikuyus are quiet, but why are Kalenjins quiet? But Kalenjins are not known to politic much.
Yeah, they're known to have order because they eat according to the age group. So the age group that is leading will tell the rest what to do. Yeah. So anyway, so these guys are extremely quiet, and President Ruto has to crack the whip. But he has an alternative strategy which I've given him for free. He doesn't need to pay me on it because I know he watches these things, and many people do not tell him the truth. And I will tell him. I'm not spinning for him. I'm just telling him.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Let Gachagua run for presidency.
Okay.
Finance him properly.
Who is to finance him?
Ruto to finance Gachagua to run for presidency. And also finance Kalonzo to run for presidency. And also finance Sifuna to run for presidency. Ensure that the three run. If they don't run, or if they run as a ticket, Ruto, again, you're gone.
Pay Sifuna 2 billion.
Pay Sifuna 2 billion. Through proxy. You must not bring it directly. Pay
Kalonzo. Kwa wheelbarrow.
Pay Matiangi, naambia Matiangi utampatia.
Nyumba yake.
Yes, nyumba yake. Patia Gachagua ensure this case first of all is lost. This case yenye namsumbua kwa koti.
Yeah.
Ensure it's cleared and it runs. The state can do it. He knows. So there's a way. This, I mean, people of the internet, I'll tell you the truth. A lot of things happen in this, in the government, which is not told to them, to the public. But it's true, they can spin it. Okay? So if he doesn't finance these guys to run, and that will amalgamate central Kenya towards Gachagua.
Okay.
Now he'll remain with Kindiki. Kindiki will bring him 1.3 million votes. But if he loses Kindiki...
Okay. Steps back.
Yes.
He kicks out the ones that are quiet but eating, right?
Yes. You must kick them out.
How does he bring Kalenjins to take over?
No, he doesn't bring Kalenjins.
Who does he bring?
He has two options. To bring Kikuyus who are pro him, who can talk, at least to increase the share of voice. You need propagandists who are going to ensure your share of voice is there.
Tunakuweka hapa uende uongee.
Yes, on this we're not talking about governance.
Okay.
I'm sorry, this is politics 101.
Okay.
Governance is another issue. There are PSS, directors who can do governance. Here you want surrogates. Surrogates who have power. Surrogates who have money. Surrogates who can be presidential.
Who know that they might go to Mount Kenya, try to be an MP, a senator, and fail. Yes,
but they're loud. And they can be heard.
Okay.
For this reason, if the president loses Kindiki, there's a reason I'm introducing that. I know it looks like jumbled up. If the president loses Kindiki by giving the deputy president to this disorganized ODM, then Mount Kenya amalgamates around Gachagua. Completely, because Mount Kenya historically vote around an interest and not around a person.
Yeah, somebody is telling you that Odhiambo thinks Rigiji is like Raila, to be bought to betray Kenya and Kenyans. Devil himself can't associate or work or support Mwizi.
I think our people need to understand one thing. People of the internet, this is like a class. I'm not saying that I'm supporting this. I'm talking as a political strategist. that this is what needs to be done. I'm not saying this is what he has to do. And I'm not saying that he goes against the people. No. I'm saying this is a matter of strategy. We're just trying to talk.
Yeah.
It's a fireplace. That to say mimi sana support.
Yeah.
Hizi maneno naongelea. Naongea tu kama maneno ya strategy, so you'll forgive me.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't take it to heart. I'm not saying this to offend you. I'm just sharing on how things could play out so that you have a deeper understanding. So watch to understand. Don't watch to react. Jagoro, can you help me? Let them not maliza me.
Well, this is you speaking and they're reacting to you. This is very good for me.
It's very good for you, I know.
This is very good for me. We are having 2,000 people watching your propaganda class and they're not botting.
Yeah, this is a propaganda class. So
they're not botting.
Yeah, you don't have to bot.
Yeah,
but you have to but listen. Just listen. Even if you don't want to board, you don't have to board. We're just trying to analyze what the president can do or what can happen, the possible scenarios.
Yeah.
Because I would love our audience, when they speak where people are, they speak from points of they can play different scenarios.
Yeah.
Where the president can win, where the president can lose, where Gachagua can win, where Gachagua cannot win. Okay? And in that context, I'm saying, once the president brings in these new ministers, which I know he will do shortly, there are already rumors. In fact, people of the internet, the day you will see a cabinet meeting ends and a photo is taken with the whole cabinet, then give it about 1 week, there's going to be a reshuffle. That has to happen. That one is not a suggestion. That one has to happen. I know it will be happening. So if that happens, thank you. I can see one saying, "Bwana we continue, bwana tunakusikia." Thank you. So if that goes on, and the president removes these people and introduces a new team, okay, he could do a massive shift, like bring very young people.
Young people from Mount Kenya.
Yes, paradigm shift completely.
Yeah.
Completely young people. Young. I'm not talking about young of Ndindi Nyoro. I'm talking about below Ndindi Nyoro.
Below Ndindi Nyoro?
Yes.
That's Gen Z?
Yes.
In the cabinet?
Yes. I mean, you must do a paradigm shift. Because if you don't, you cannot talk to Gen Zs, you cannot talk to these people, millennials, with ministers like Mutahi Kagwe, who are silent, people like Kabogo, who are silent. They're mute.
Kabogo and Mutahi Kagwe?
Yeah, you can't.
Mutahi Kagwe has retired in President William Ruto's government. Even Kabogo has retired in President Ruto's government. Yeah, what are they doing there?
They're not doing anything.
Why is it? Uhuru is the one who aliokota kutoka wapi?
I don't know. They're just warming the seat.
Right?
Seat warmers and seat fillers must be removed.
On Kabogo and Nini, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Something has to give.
Yeah. So a paradigm shift of people who then will go around Mount Kenya and do something different. And not just Mount Kenya, around the country. And do something I call the People's Manifesto. And go there.
Somebody's saying that today you're struggling to sell your mangoes.
No, I'm not selling mangoes today. I'm not selling mangoes. I'm not selling mangoes completely. I can't. Yeah. Today we're just understanding what the hell is going on, you know?
It might be mangoes like in Sijaiva. Watu wanafanya namna hii. People of the internet wanafanya namna hii.
Hakuna. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, so then the president goes to Mount Kenya.
Yeah.
And around the country. Na alale chini, achapwe.
Yeah.
Atandikwe.
Yeah.
So that he provides a vent.
Yeah.
Where people can ventilate. Na wamwambie kila kitu wamtusi na akae tu chini ya sikize tu na offer national apology.
Yeah.
Sijui kaje kitu tunaelewana.
Tunaelewana. Ndo elewi.
Let the president go and offer a national apology.
Yes. Hakuna ile anubody.
Nasema unajua. Dagiro, come on. Guys, bana, please.
It is becoming extremely difficult. Even, do you know, even if you, the other day I was at home and I was talking to people at Arambe Market and I'm telling them about Totam. Hiki unaona aje? But then wanasema irudi ni mtu yetu lakini
just scratching their chins.
Ni kama umepelekwa uoge lakini unasema maji baridi.
Wanaingiza mkono namna hii. Hapana, kitu not good.
But it is interesting. I think one of the most interesting things is that Ruto is facing a very, very interesting age group.
Yeah, so he has to get that age group on his side. But he just appointed them as minister. Those 7 positions, pay out what our vijana. Just give it to them.
Like the problem is that when Ruto co-opts a young man into his government, they run away from him.
No, so that's what I'm saying.
You see
so Ruto must step back.
Okay.
Because if you're the enemy, if you're the messenger and you're the enemy,
okay,
step back and appoint new messengers. Okay?
Yeah.
Now these messengers now vijana wadogo. So of course, wewe endelea ukitembea uchapwe because we must punish you. I've said this before.
Yeah.
Let these guys punish you before the ballot. Because at the ballot will be too painful for you. Because Mount Kenya is exiting. And you need at least 20-30% of Mount. You don't need the whole thing, just 20-30%. 30%. Hii mali imeenda wachana nayo. If you're sure Kiambu is gone, Murang'a is gone, leave them. Gone, wow, wachana now. Concentrate on where you have a chance.
Kindiki's domain.
Kindiki's domain. Though Kindiki is also not commanding authority from where he comes from.
Yeah.
His authority comes from the sense that he's a deputy president. But you see, it was not elective. So his power is very shifty. It is standing on quicksand. So he must then create other people who are looking like they're going to take over from him. Okay? Now, with that, then President Ruto gives himself perhaps a chance to have 20% of Mount Kenya. He doesn't need, he has lost perhaps 90. He just needs to regain 10.
90 is a lot.
No, I think he's lost 90.
90, yeah.
Yeah. He needs just to regain about 10. Then, as he does that, President Ruto needs to regain, most probably, he needs to work on unity of Western Kenya.
Western Kenya is again being,
It's a swing vote. It's a key swing vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they go to Kalonzo?
No. Kalonzo cannot be convinced now.
True?
You know, Jagero, let me explain for you. Politics is like this. When somebody's contesting, it's like, and people then will forgive me again. So it's like you have a girl, yeah? You've met a new girl in the club, or this girl that you wanted for quite some time, she's so pretty. Or this gentleman you've always had a look at is so handsome. You want to, amekubali hiyo siku, mwende kwa nyumba. So politics, especially in contest, is like that period where you have a man who you've come with from the club, or a woman who you've eyed for a long time and she's accepted. And now you guys are walking from where you are, whether it is a date at Sarova Stanley, wherever, and you're going to the house. Then in the process, Odhiambo sees you and Odhiambo knows the girl. Odhiambo, Jakiru. Wachana na huyo msichana. You can't hear me. That's why we always say you can't advise a woman in love and a man with money. So
you can't advise
a woman in love and a man with money.
And a man with money.
Yeah. So as you're going with this woman to the house, this is PG. Tafadhali kama kuna mtoto ana watch, switch off ama mwambie kidogo, because I want to say something. I'm giving you 1 minute. Kama kuna mtoto ana watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need to go to phone calls.
We are going to phone call shortly. Yes. I believe the children are gone. So
yes.
Mali umeingia kwa nyumba sasa, mnataka kuingia huko. Unajua sasa watu wanalala. Na mimi niko hapo kwa dirisha. Niko ding 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 ding. Because I know this girl, she's, ni mtu ya street. Ama najua huyo kijana ni mtu ya street. Jagir, wachana na huyo mtu. Toka hapo, you can't hear me. When you will hear me is immediately it happens and you're just done with the act. Then we call it post whatever clarity. And you look at the window and you realize I've been knocking. But you're burnt already. But unaangalia dirisha, no, Odhiambo alikuwa anaongea na mimi. Then Odhiambo alikuwa anasema nini? Then I'm telling you this is what was going to happen. I wanted to tell you before. So right now you can't advise Kalonzo. Whether he's going to win or lose, he doesn't care. At this moment he's ripe. Ameiva. Anaiendea. And he hopes that Gachagua is gonna support him. So yeah. Anyway, so long and short of this thing is that the mass exodus of UDA members, especially the Mount Kenya angle, is gone. Ruto has lost the most formidable people from Mount Kenya. The governors are going. I can assure you without a doubt that Nakuru, Susan Kika is not coming back. It is evident. We have been there severally. And the people there are not for her completely. Meru, UDA is having no chance in Meru completely. If you look at which other county, Nyandarua, the other place where we have Tarakaniti, you name it. We're not having, UDA is not having very good tidings there. So that Ruto must look at organizing ODM properly if he has to. And if anything has to happen, he must bring these forces together, because immediately the fellow called Sifuna, and the ODM is doing something silly. Yeah? And allow me to ask Frank to play a clip, then we go to the calls. People of the internet, your calls are coming in shortly. Play a clip where Arati is talking to ODM members, talking to Sifuna in a very bad tone. There's something about it that I want to talk about as well. Yeah. Meanwhile, prepare your phone calls, 0104-341-733. That is our number.
In Nyanza, Gladys Wanga is gone.
Yeah, she's gone. True.
Come back home. We are ready. We can receive you. We will work. We will be strong. But again, they are saying in the Bible that if you misbehave the other day and removed from the books of the church, you're meant to be a member of the church. After rebirth of the baptism, you cannot be disciplined, then you go out there, come back and lead. You may mislead the whole flock. Now the Bible is very clear for those ones of you who believe in God, that you come back, you get rebaptized, you sit, then you grow up. Come back home, my brothers and sisters. We build our house. Otherwise, the ship is taking off. And I can tell you with the words of the late Intimama, alisema, tutakanyagana hapo kwa chama. Tutakanyagana mpaka yule wa kuanguka anguke, lakini chama isimame.
I don't know what you think about that. Let me hear your voice.
Yeah, he's asking Kina Sifuna to come back.
Yeah, but I don't know what you make of his tone and his wordings.
Well, I feel like, I don't know whether this is the truth about it, but I feel like who is allowing him to talk like this, or who is supporting him in whatever he's saying. So perhaps they have realized that, look, this is not looking good. We are losing our power, we are losing our lead, and so therefore we need to be one team and try to make something out.
Yeah, so what President Ruto needs to do, and his people, especially the political team, he needs to discard this nonsense group around him and go for an accurate political team that will help him sail through ODM. ODM is messing up throughout. Because, that's not how you welcome somebody back. Mtu mwenye amekushinda. Sifuna ameshinda watu ya ODM. Na babu wamewashinda watu wote. They're done. They don't have the legitimacy from the people. It is Sifuna who is talking the language of the people. And this is not how you approach. Arati is very wrong. His tone is off. He's speaking braggadociously. He's promising more punishment by even saying, mkikuja mtakaa huko nyuma. Ukirudi kwa nyumba sijui umechapwa. So silly talk. Very childish. And that will not help President Ruto. So he's crying, but he's not crying genuinely. Anyway, let's go to the calls, gentlemen and ladies. Yeah, you go pee as you want to start the talks. 0104-341-733 is the number to call on WhatsApp. You can call also on mainline. We'll be picking your call shortly. You can also send your messages. I'm going to limit it today to just 1 minute per person so that we have at least many people talking during this contribution. So there we start. There we go. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Jagero and Aziz.
Good evening.
This is Alex. I'm calling from London na niko na rafiki yangu hapa David. David, tutaka kuchangia. Yeah. Show ni mzuri sana na mnafanya kazi mzuri, and as you can tell, I'm becoming quite a fan.
Yeah.
And mimi nilikuwa nataka kusema, I think, people wanasemanga Ruto is a political genius, yeah?
Yeah.
But the biggest disaster he did was to get rid of Gachagua, which obviously has triggered, the mass exodus of the people in the party. Mm-hmm. Because I'm saying this because Mount Kenya supported Ruto, resoundingly. Like 90% of the people voted for him, right? Then, obviously, through, I think, the political machinations, na vitu zenye ziliendelea after the Gen Z, Gachagua akasimama na young people, they obviously, plotted to kick him out. And I think, like you said, I think they thought by impeaching him angerudi wa Munyoro, and his political career was going, into its sudden demise. Lakini mambo hayakuenda hivyo. And Gachagua, I think the reason why he picked this guy is even Ruto can tell the talent. Gachagua is a political mobilizer, as you can see, crisscrossing across the entire country.
Right.
Now, ameweza to build support from the coast. He's gone to South Rift now. He's in Talk today, Kajiado as we speak. Unaona ameleta mlima pamoja, and he's gaining a lot of massive support, not just in Mount Kenya, because you can't say in Mount Kenya. He was in Mombasa. You saw the rally, right? So he's very convincing. He's able to bring people together, and I think even hata ukimsikiza vizuri in terms of the rhetoric and narrative, because he said, Ruto is a master of that. I think Rigathi even far exceeds him, because I wish you understood Kikuyu. Usikize interviews zake akiwa MP when he was going to all the vernacular radio station akikampainia Ruto na akisema why he distanced himself with Uhuru.
Thank you.
And for me, I could tell.
Yeah, I'll have to go to the next call. Thank you.
Okay, sawa.
Hi. Hello. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, this is Alison Otieno. I'm calling from Juja.
From Juba, South Sudan?
No, from Juja, Kiambu County, but I come from...
Juja, Kiambu County?
Yes.
Okay, one term, two term?
One term, mimi ndio Sifuna. Mimi na Moroni mzima.
Do you think President Ruto is losing Mount Kenya?
He's supposed to lose everywhere. He's supposed to lose Kenya. He's supposed to lose Africa. He's losing. He has lost. Yeah, and the part where you said that he owes Mount Kenya an apology, he owes all of us an apology, and it's an apology we're not supposed to accept. Yeah, so I want all Kenyans to know we are not forgiving him. Sisi ni Sifuna.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, and the part where you said...
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
This is calling from Nairobi.
Yes, one term, two term.
Currently, it's on my side. It's too early.
Yeah.
But I just want to say one thing. It is true that Ruto has lost Mount Kenya, but we still have a lot of time, because we always say that one day in politics is a long time.
What do you think he needs to do to salvage himself in Mount Kenya, or it's unsalvageable, it's gone?
What he needs to do what Raila did. Like, for example, just look for a chunk of it.
Yeah, just look for a chunk of it. Like which area specifically do you think he should look at?
Probably go full throttle on Meru and Embu and Tarakanisi. And make sure he salvage something from those regions. And it's try as much as possible to salvage the whole of Luo, Luya, and Coast.
Yeah.
Because I know within the Rift Valley, he has the following.
Okay.
And he do everything possible to get the whole of it. So if he can get just what Raila used to do, whereby he can just only a chunk of Mount Kenya, maybe 1 million votes for 2.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother.
Then he can be. Thank you. Diambo.
Thank you. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Where are you calling us from?
Yes. Because I know within the Rift Valley, he has.
I think you place us on loudspeaker. When I pick your call, please reduce your loudspeaker and also your machine, of course. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Hello. Good evening. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, Jambo. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Stella Waithera. I'm calling from Naivasha.
Yes.
My 2 cents.
Yes, your 2 cents.
Mi niko team 1 term.
Uko team 1 term. Unafikiria mtu anaweza fanya nini ili akurekebishe ukue 2 term?
Kushinda Ruto itakuwa it's easy and it's hard.
Yeah.
It goes like this. If at all Gashaki na Gashagwa nani Matiang'i, all of them wakivaya kila mtu anataka kukampeni kivyake, then eventually Ruto wins.
Will win, right?
But yeah, but sasa tena if akina Gashagwa come up with one candidate, alafu asikue Mkikuyu, he should be maybe from Western and then maybe from Coast, ama both are from Western and Kisii. Then it's a done deal for Ruto.
All right, thank you so much. Let me pick the next call. Thank you for your call. Take it.
Okay.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, we are very good. Where are you calling us from? What's your name, sir?
I'm calling you from Makweni, Emali.
Emali in Makweni?
Yes, my name is Henry.
All right.
Yes, so I would love to punch into the conversation.
Okay.
Yes, so I have a different take of the conversation, and I was saying that what if we look it at a different angle where we stop this issue around 1 term and 2 term, and we get to have a discussion around leaders who are going to give us solutions on the problems that are affecting the nation.
Yeah, I mean, that's guaranteed. But the point that we are having is we're just trying to analyze Mount Kenya slipping away from Ruto, especially triggered by the exit of Murang'a Governor, Irungu Kang'ata. Of course, we will have time to discuss the issues. But on this specific issue, we're just trying to discuss. We're just at the fireplace, just trying to talk to each other.
Okay, just to punch in quickly on that also.
Yeah.
If I take you back to history, we had President Moi ruling for 24 years.
Right.
Yeah, so if we look at it that way, then Ruto should look at it that way. And he stayed in power for 24 years without the Kikuyu vote. So I think if he worked better on these other regions, that is the Kalenjins, the Rift Valley, Nyanza and Western, then he is at a better place of doing a 2-term. Though for me,
So if I hear you correctly, my apologies. If I hear you correctly, are you saying that the president needs to galvanize Nyanza and Western for him to have a solid win?
It's very simple, Odhiambo. He just needs to get the whole of Rift Valley.
Yeah.
He needs to consolidate the whole of Nyanza, and he needs to consolidate the whole of Western.
How does
it is very brutal.
How does he consolidate the whole of Nyanza? There's a question there.
Yes.
How does he consolidate the whole of Nyanza?
For him to consolidate the whole of Nyanza, it's very simple. Let him bring unity in ODM. Yes, let him bring unity in ODM and accept the fact that the ODM people are trying for zoning so that we control the whole region of Nyanza through zoning.
All right.
Then he'll be able to take all those votes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Postal votes, we can divide postal votes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, this is Mohammed calling from the beautiful city of Egypt, Cairo.
Oh, you are calling us from Cairo, Egypt?
Yes.
Ah, beautiful. Is it hot? Is it cold? How is it good? How are you feeling in Cairo?
Yeah, it's a bit hot, but good thing we have AC.
Okay, you have AC?
Yeah.
That means you also have power.
Okay, my take is this. Ever since it's about President Ruto. So after he won the election, he became reluctant. You know, sometimes when you are fighting for something, so he didn't have a long-term plan. Yani, what after? Yani, after won the elections, what after? Because there was another year for him to prove, yani.
what after? What is the next plan? I don't know if you get me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is what made him to be like this. He became like so reluctant. He didn't know what to do next. So for me, if he should have thought, yes, I can win the election, but after.
All right.
But what is your feeling about President Ruto? Has he done a good job? If elections were held tomorrow in the evening, would you vote for him? What happens?
To be fair, for me, or the candidates that have aligned themselves, all are like the evils.
Okay.
You are choosing between the lesser evil. For me.
Who would that be?
Because
who would that be? Matiang'i, Kalonzo, Gachagua, Ruto?
Because these are like legacy politicians.
So Sifuna?
Not really, because for instance, you cannot have a friend. So, like for instance, for Sifuna's case, you can see what Orengo has done in CI. Okay. Nothing absolutely, but can he hold him accountable like the way he was holding other governors accountable?
All right.
So for me, maybe Jimmy Wanjigi.
Jimmy Wanjigi.
Nice one.
Jimmy Wanjigi gets one vote. Kura Anyona.
Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. How are you?
Very well. Where are you calling us from?
My name is Muga. I'm calling from Thika.
You're calling from Thika, yes, Mika?
Yes.
Uko 1 term, 2 term?
Currently, I am confused because before I was Team 1 term.
Before you were Team 1 term, and now you are becoming undecided because of?
No. There's a narrative that is being sold.
Yeah.
In the mountain. That is really catching up.
And that narrative is about?
Fire. The other President Ruto has really worked. He's really working mostly in the mountain.
Right.
And most people are currently subscribing to that narrative because they are seeing the sense in it. That some of us are seeing that Mr. Gachagua is trying to use us to fight his own wars.
Okay.
Yes, that's the reason why currently I feel as if, but the truth is, I think I'll vote for this guy.
Okay, you'll vote for President Ruto.
Yes, I think. I'm not so sure. I might vote for him.
What should he do to convince you to vote for him, for example?
Number one, if by any chance he dwells at the Mau-Roni Summit Road, and then he finishes maybe the SGR towards the western part of Kenya, I'm 100% sure I'll give him my votes plus my wife's vote.
All right, thank you so much. Thank
That's
you so
a wife's
much.
vote.
That's a nice vote.
The guy is
a dictator. Let's see who's calling. There we go. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah. Where are you calling us from, and what's your name, sir?
Hello.
Hello. Good evening. Where are you calling us from, and what's your name?
Hi, my name is Paul Njiru. I'm calling you from Nairobi. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Just a highlight of what we are discussing.
Right.
I think Mr. William is really getting a hard time. I don't think he's going to, because one of the biggest problem is his personality, too ambitious. And I don't think, as much as, for example, the SHA, whatever that he was doing was good, but implementation, execution, and the under-dealings has been a problem for him. So
when you talk about he's too ambitious, what does that mean? Building a lot of stadiums in Mount Kenya, what do you mean?
So for the project, the promises he's telling people all over within 6 months, I'm going to complete this. That has been one of the biggest challenges. Okay. And clearly, to be honest with him, he's not going to accomplish.
He's biting too much that he can chew.
He has bit so much, I don't think he's going to accomplish any. Another thing, what I'm even sorry for him is the by-elections coming in, especially in Bukir and Olkalau. If
he can lose those by-elections, it can now. Remember, politics is about perception.
Yeah.
It's really bad for him.
Okay.
Fact, the ditching will be so serious, and it will to bring a lot of challenges for him. Remember, he's inheriting almost a dead ODM. So I feel sorry for him. I agree with you. He needs to take a break. He's too tired. He looks too tired.
Yeah.
But for him, I think he's betting too much for himself.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling, bro.
Thank you.
Hello. Good evening.
Okay. The ditching will be so serious, and it will be.
Hello, good evening. Kindly, when you call, put your phone on silent, especially the calls are coming. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Anthony from Gong.
From Gong?
Yes.
All right. You are one term, two term, and decided, I don't know.
I'd say I'm one term because of this reason. Kenya, we need. I believe in Kenya we cannot live without politics. We need governance, but we still need politics because we need to. The country needs to run. It's what keeps our electorate running. People, a stable country. Hatujafika hiyo place yati we just work with governance peke yake. We still need a little politics in our society to run. The problem I have with Ruto is that he was a very good politician. He was a unifying factor. But ilifika mahali, now the country is so divided. And I think we really need to go back to the place where we need someone who is good at governance and is also good at politics.
Yeah.
How to handle the two. And
my apologies. What do you think is the biggest undoing of the president? One single mistake that you said, this one is his biggest undoing, that if he works on, then it can shift his scales.
One of the biggest problem he did is he chose to get into the murky waters of this low-level politics. You know, as you need to be presidential. These are not the days where he used to comment on everything, get into every business. There is a level of, like, you need to be presidential, a certain decorum you need to carry yourself with. So, he involved himself with so many things that afai kuingilia, that now alijipata anapakwa matope tu na nguruwe wa hapa chini chini. If at all he stuck with the big things like presidential things, hatungekuwa tunaongea zake sana because hata Uhuru alikuwa na makosa zake. But there was no point where we got to disrespect him. Like he would come but he will still be presidential, not of anything else but of the way he carried himself. And I think as for Gachagua, I cannot vote for him because I think for him he's a good kingmaker. He can be a very good kingmaker. He has what it takes to be a kingmaker, and like he can move the scales of the electorate because he has the numbers. If I was to be asked, we need first of all sanity and order.
Yeah.
There is a proven, maybe people will say, oh, at maybe mtu kama Matiang'i, but he has a proven track record of working. Obviously, ukiwa kwa siasa huwezi toka bila matope. But I'm looking in a point where we need to move on as a country. We need working systems in our country, but we also need order. And the guy also is good at politics. He knows how to handle himself, and he knows how to handle the naysayers. He knows he's a good politician.
Yeah.
Again, yani hapo ndio tuko sasa as a country, but people are focusing on the wrong things. We are trying to focus so much on the politics of it, but again we need governance and a little bit of politics. We need a balance of both. Kenya huwezi work bila politics. Either way, if you are good at governance, kelele itaanza kurudi. There will be so many scandals and propaganda, and you know with the Kenyans, we sway. Wherever the wind goes, we sway with that propaganda. Hata kama ni uongo, we sway that propaganda. So we need a good politician who is working, but we also has people around him, as you were saying, who can handle the narrative. Yeah, so that's my take. But good conversation.
Thank you very much. The people of the internet, we have just created a poll. We are asking, will you vote for President Ruto in 2027? And so far, we have got about 100 votes coming in. So please vote and let's see.
Yeah.
I am not very good at setting up polls, but I'm thinking that I'm gonna have a little bit of more knowledge on it next time and ask more questions. For example, if you're voting no, why are you voting no? If you're voting yes, why are you voting yes?
Yeah.
So that the people that are watching should also be able to know that this is the reason why somebody is lagging behind. But so far, we've got a lot of votes coming in. I think right now we're at about 110.
Yeah,
Yes.
very nice.
How are you?
Good evening, how are you?
Good evening to you. Now, to comment on the current happenings,
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Charles. I'm in Nairobi.
All right, Charles, go ahead. You're one term, two term, undecided?
Honestly, I'm one of the people who used to support Raila Odinga, and once he left, we were left in darkness.
You were left in darkness.
And remember the politics that the current president, and who took us through. When you look at 2013 and now, we've really lost so much. And I think this is the right time now.
Yeah.
The president is naked. But let me comment on what happened today.
Yeah, in Mount Kenya, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
You know, people were watching how the president was handling his deputy during ouster bid, in the Senate. And to be honest, as much as people were interested in, getting some fair share from that processes, they saw the true heart of the president, that he was too heartless. That his best man who alikuwa anatumika kugonga wengine wale wa opposition is now being sacrificed during the day.
Yeah.
Watu waliangalia wakanyamaza. Now people are coming to their senses that this man is really interested kwa vitu zake ziendelee while the people are crying out here. So the pressure will keep on piling, and this guy has paved way for more to run out.
All right, thank you so much. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Very good. How are you, brother?
No, fine, thank you. I'm calling you guys from Berlin.
From where?
Berlin.
From Berlin.
Berlin?
Yeah.
Berlin in Germany.
Berlin is in Germany, Jagero.
Yeah. What's your name, sir?
My name is Effie.
Eddie.
Effie.
I didn't get that quite well.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
But go ahead. Maybe you could give us a second name. that lawyer name.
EFI.
Oh, Effie.
Oh, great.
Effie,
great.
Yes.
Amazing.
Right, Effie, go ahead.
So,
you're one term, two term, undecided.
I'm very one term. I am very, very one term. But I'm also not.
Kwani unataka Ruto ndo achote takataka Berlin? Unataka surely one. Unataka Ruto kuja Berlin achote takataka bwana.
Bwana Jagero, ukitembea huku nje ndio unajua huyo jamaa kuna kazi amefanya. Now, Brian, I wanted to ask you something quickly.
Okay.
Do you foresee a scenario where Sifuna can deputize Kalonzo?
Yes, I've always talked about it.
I also have one more question for Jagero.
Okay.
Jagero, is there a possibility you could invite Sifuna so that you can have an opportunity to ask him some few questions? And also, do you think you and other people can arrange a presidential debate before the election? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You will answer, of course.
Those are interesting questions.
Yeah, very interesting questions.
So when I started the political headache, I actually had an idea of having a presidential, debate.
Yeah.
Having a political headache. As a matter of fact, I asked Miguna if he's going to come to the country before election so that I can have a presidential debate. For which he said yes. I asked Maraga when I interviewed him, and he said yes. I asked Abizwena if she's going to bring Sifuna, if Sifuna were to, stand for president.
Yeah.
And he said yes. So there is another question before you accept the call.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you've already accepted.
Just wait online. Don't hang up.
Just wait online. Don't hang up. The other question was whether I should bring Sifuna. The other day I was talking to somebody and somebody was telling me that Sifuna does not have a lot of respect for podcasts.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, somebody told me from Zefuna's team that he doesn't have a lot of respect for podcasts, which is interesting because now Radio Jambo, which is owned by Quaco and Radio Africa, have decided to cut him off, do not want him to go there. So I think that people like Zefuna should realize that what tipped the scales in the United States in the 2020,
the last election.
The last election was that Trump went to Joe Rogan and sat with him for about 3 hours, non-stop.
And the world listened.
And the world listened, and the Americans had to see what Trump was spewing for 3 hours. So yes, we would like all these people to come. I have a feeling that one of these days I will meet with President Ruto and ask him these tough questions. I will meet with Kalonzo Musyoka. I will meet with Gachagua, together with Odhiambo or with Jadiel or any other person. So yes, we want to bring them. Perhaps they are looking at the numbers and saying, Jagero, keep building it, keep having people from Berlin coming and talking to you. You know, keep people calling from Kandahar. When you reach that juncture, we'll call you. So yes, the answer is yes. I will want to, and we are shadowing him at the end of the day. And people of the internet, this is why we need you guys to sort of subscribe to this channel, so that when they see the numbers ballooning, they're saying, okay, kuna mtama imemwaga, wacha tuende tukale.
Tudone.
Yes.
All right, guys. So hello. Sorry for waiting on the line for quite some time. What's your name, darling?
My name is Njeri from Ongata Rongai.
Oh, from Ongata Rongai, yes. Okay. What's your contribution to the topic?
In the issue of Mount Kenya.
Yeah, the issue of Mount Kenya.
Yes, Ruto has completely lost it. So his only option maybe is to salvage the few votes that he'll get from Meru and Akanisi, which I am sure had some comments to focus Nyanza and Western. Linda Mwananchi, they are on a mission to Baba's stronghold. So when Ruto goes to the ground in Nyanza and Western, atapatana na competition.
So let me ask you.
It is not a good day, Ruto.
Okay, let me ask you, darling. If you look at, if you say let him focus on the other side of Nyanza, amalgamate it together with all the places he can get to swing on to, or to cling on to the presidency in 2027. Do you think Mount Kenya will watch from the side and say, let him just have the presidency?
Never.
So what will Mount Kenya do if he amalgamates Nyanza, gets Western, gets Coast, and maintains maybe 10% or 20% of Central?
I mean, the Mount Kenya is not going to vote for him. So even if others vote for him and he becomes president, but Mount Kenya, I think you know us by now. Tukiamua. So I don't even think he'll be able to go to other areas. Because he meets very stiff competition on the ground.
Na umesema hata akiomba msamaha huwezi msamehea, ni kiboko tu.
Yani hata sijui we cannot personally. I cannot, and as I'm the last show was when the Gen Zs were being killed. I had already tumemwacha, but when the Gen Zs, I said so the mountain is not.
What is this? What is this sin? What is this sin in your view that Ruto has committed that he can never be forgiven for?
First of all, why would we vote for leaders that we know are thieves, they are murderers? Like, I can forgive him. I just won't vote for him. As in, we cannot vote for people we know are bad for this country. We cannot vote for people we know that are thieves, that are murderers. So in fact, moving forward in another country, we need to really do and we really need to look long and hard. Because even some of the people who are in the position, try to take that seat are not anywhere. So we need to do things differently. So anybody who's a known or attached to any scandal, wakae kama.
Thank you
And
so
in
much.
case you're wondering, mimi ni sifu.
Thank you so much. Asante. All right. Hello, good evening. How are you and where are you calling us from?
Hello, good evening, Jambo and Jagero. My name is Ken. I'm calling you from the Gloucester, UK.
All right, go ahead. Are you one term, two term?
Two term.
Two term, yes.
Two term.
Yes. Right. At least I have one person. Go ahead, yeah. What are your reasons for supporting President Ruto, and what does he need to do to ensure that he solidifies his bloc?
One thing is the only problem I have with him is his communication team. But truth be told, Ruto has worked.
Yeah.
Give it to him. Mgala muwe lakini haki mpe.
Yeah.
Apart from the little issue of the Gen Zs, Ruto has tried his best. And this Mount Kenya issue, you know, we keep on thinking like Mount Kenya is some god. It's not. Raila used to win without the Mount Kenya vote. So what I think you mentioned it earlier, Ruto needs to solidify his support of Western, Nyanza, Rift Valley, and Coast, and he's in. That's all he needs. Yeah.
All right. So you say Raila won without Mount Kenya, and so Ruto can also win without Mount Kenya.
He can win without Mount Kenya.
All right.
All he needs to do is just to get a few votes from Mount Kenya, like 1.52 M.
All right. Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks.
Hello. Good evening. Where are you calling us from? Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Good evening. Where are you calling us from?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you properly. Please reduce the sound of your TV.
I've just done that.
Yeah. Where are you calling us from? What's your name?
My name is Lydia. I'm calling from the UK.
All right, Lydia. Go ahead. Are you one?
Where from the UK? Are you in Leeds?
Yeah,
or are you in
I'm
London?
calling from in the UK. I live in Harpenden. Yeah. So I've become fond of these programs here. It's the program that we all look forward to and watch all the time. I think you guys are doing great, and I'm so happy.
Thank you.
I just want to say something. For me, or maybe the rest of the people that I know, it's not about Ruto or maybe Gachagua or whoever.
Yeah.
It's the pain that we have in our hearts. Just seeing our kids the way they were killed on the streets in June 2024, and that really changed everything. Changed the way we see Ruto, the way we think about him. We don't even think about him as a human being anymore. So for me, it's about choosing someone who's gonna really take our country to a place where we can heal. We can connect with the fact that, or maybe to come in terms with whatever happened to our soil, and also to have a leader who is really genuinely there for the people and not his own interest with the entire cabinet or wherever who works under him. So keep it going. Thank you for all the work you're doing, guys. We are here.
Thank you very much. I have a question for you.
Yes.
When you guys are out there away from Kenya but are still Kenyans, what is the thinking? What are you really thinking about the country? If we were to take Ruto away from this question, what do you think? Is Kenya going Singapore? What is really going on? Is there a lot of black tax that you have to send here? What are you guys feeling out there?
Yeah, we feel sad because this is the thing. You know, when you come out here, you really want to work and then later come back home and do an investment or just go back home, because this is not our home. However much we will want to live here, however much we have the citizenship and all that, it doesn't feel home. Home is always better. And we will want to have to bring whatever we have received from here back at home, so that we also, you know, kind of build our economy and build our country for the next generations. But when we see someone is on the ground, not doing the right thing, he's misusing our money and doing all the wrong things, you know, without even caring. That really pains us. And it makes us wonder now, when you're done with these other foreign countries, where do you go? We want to build our country, and we want our country to be stable. We want our country to be a place where when we come back, we can also enjoy the safety of being in our country. We can enjoy the economy and everything else. We are sending money every single month. And whenever you send money, it doesn't even work. It doesn't even help.
I truly feel sorry, and I truly feel what you're saying. And of course, it's hurting. And
All
we hope things can change.
All right. Thank you very much. Allow us. Thank you very much. We hope you have a good evening.
Hello?
Allow us to take another call.
Jambo.
Odhiambo.
Yes, jambo, jambo.
Mimi naitwa Nsando.
Unaitwa?
Sasa.
I didn't get
naitwa Nsando.
Oh, Nsando, mtu yetu.
Yes. So,
yeah. One term, two term, undecided, praying for the president.
I'm very Jimmy Wanjigi and Sifuna if they could come together and have a ticket of that sort. Yes.
What is your love for? Where is your love for Sifuna coming? For Wanjigi coming from?
Wanjigi is one guy who has identified one problem at least, the problem of debt, and he has expressly, elaborated on how he's going to deal with it. Hata kama hana sauti kubwa ile ya kuongea ya crowds, but at least he has got something, substantial to deal with. Huyu mtu anaitwa Ruto, msimpe advice. Inamchoke, inamsuffocate. He should be left in peace, akae, amalize, aende pole pole. Aende akiendanga. Because of, yes.
Okay.
And let me come to the initial thing that you asked earlier, so that niachi wengine waongee. Finishing.
Yeah, in finishing. Thank you.
You asked of whether he should be forgiven by the Mount Kenya people. Odhiambo and Jagger, wacha tuambiane ukweli. Mount Kenya should not be the gateway to presidency.
Yeah.
Like ukikosea Mount Kenya is a sin. They should not be the ones to decide who becomes president.
All right,
like
thank
sasa
you.
wakikasirika sasa, everybody should be worried.
Thank you. Allow me to go to the next one. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, please reduce the volume of your TV very fast. Too bad. I'll have to lose him. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, jambo. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Kwa majina naitwa Nyaga.
Yes, Nyaga.
Nyaga kutoka, mimi ni mpangaji huku Taita Taveta.
Yeah.
Lakini kwetu naye ni Nyandarua. Mwenda zake alikuwa mjumbe wangu.
Okay.
Kabla kabisa mimi ni mtu wa one term. Mimi ni supporter mkuu wa Sifuna, lakini jana nilikaa chini na mmoja wa yule ambaye anapigia kazi rais. Akajaribu kunielezea maneno ambayo yanafanyika maneno ambayo yanafanyika nchini. Na kwa wakati huu naweza sema sina uhakika yule ambaye nitampigia kura kwa sasa hivi.
Hauna yule ambaye utampigia kura kwa sasa hivi?
Alinielezea kinagaubaga. Nikajaribu kuona sense. Ya kwanza akajaribu kuniambia ati rais amejaribu kufungua miundombinu kama barabara nchini. And then katika jimbo kama zote nchini pia akanielezea ati kuna stadiums nyingi sana zimejengwa. Ambayo kwanza hayo maneno pia nikajaribu kuniingia akili, nikasema kumbe nilikuwa na fikiria kwa hisia. Nilikuwa najaribu kuweka hisia mbele bila kuangalia yale ambayo yanafanyika nchini. Lakini kwa vile kuna watoto wadogo waliulewa kwa mwaka mbili uliopita, roho yangu bado una uchungu.
So kwa hiyo kwa maamuzi yako unasema kwamba support yao kwa President Ruto imetolewa na wewe ni one term?
Baada haijatolewa, nilikuwa one term, lakini kwa wakati huu kijana alijaribu kuniconvince. alitumia kitu kingine, criminal liability is a personal responsibility, kutoa ile uwaji wa wale watoto wadogo 2024. Pia kaniambia kwa wakati huu kuna polisi wengi ambao wanakuwa prosecuted. I'm not so sure about that.
Right.
But ile ambayo itafanya nipigie huyu rais kura mwaka unaokuja ni kama hao polisi wamechukua na wakahukumiwa.
Asante.
Usikue tu siasa tu.
Asante sana.
Asante.
Sorry. Yeah. Hello, Jambo.
Hello, Jambo.
Yeah. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
My name is Tom. I'm calling from the United States. I'm in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah, that difficult name. I don't know. I can never pronounce it.
Massachusetts. Tom Otieng.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, you guys are talking about
Mount Kenya.
2 term or 1 term.
You're talking about Mount Kenya slipping away from President Ruto. First of all, do you think it is important? Do you think the Mount Kenya vote is too important that it has to be done for President Ruto to be in power, or he can do without it?
It is partially important. It is partially important, but the biggest problem is when looking at the Mount Kenya.
Yeah.
I don't see if they matter a lot. Though I am 1 term, but the biggest problem is the biggest problem with our politics is propaganda.
Propaganda.
Yeah, that is the biggest problem with our politics.
It's not an issue of our morals and the lack of common decency towards each other. Don't you think so?
It is. Partially, it is. But I don't believe that the politicians are playing it right. Because whenever they disagree, that is when they come with tribe. It is. I look at it as it is the wish of the few.
Yeah.
To manipulate many.
We need to stop.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So with Mount Kenya, that Ruto has lost because I don't think if he'll get Nyanza.
You don't think he'll get Nyanza? Why don't you think he'll get Nyanza? My apologies. Why don't you think he'll get Nyanza?
I don't think he might not get Nyanza.
He might not get it. Why do you think so?
By the way, because the kind of politicians we have currently in Nyanza might make him lose a lot.
So Nyanza typically is not helping him. So where does he look? Where does he look towards? So where does he look to? Does he look? Does he raise his eyes to the mountain and look for God?
No, Ruto is gone.
Ruto is gone.
Ruto is gone.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Ruto is gone because the kind of theft that we have in our country is not normal. Kijelo anasema gi yako.
Yeah, Kijelo anasema
gi yako.
Gi yako pesa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Let me pick the next call. Thank you so much for contributing.
Let's pick the next 2.
Yeah.
So that we can wrap it up. Yes.
All right. Okay. Hello. How are you?
Hello, Jambo tena.
Hey, Jambo.
Greet me, Odurjagero. I'm Kisumu Mugabe Henry.
You're in Kisumu?
No, I'm not in Kisumu. I'm from Migori.
You're from Migori. What's your name, sir?
Mugabe Siso.
Mugabe uko 1 term, 2 term, ama undecided?
All I know is that I'm in 1 term.
Yeah.
But I don't know my presidential candidate.
You don't know your presidential candidate, but you're decided you're not giving Ruto your vote.
That's my decision.
And what could lead you to get back your vote?
I don't think there's anything he could do right now to get my vote.
You're done.
because he's already messed up.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Right. This is the last call of the day. Good evening. Where are you calling us from?
Hello, I'm Odiambo Mware.
Yes, Odiambo Mware.
I'm calling from Nairobi.
Yes, Odiambo, continue.
I think there's a lot of things that we say and talk about that are a bit misplaced.
Okay.
Number one thing is I feel the country is not fair to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
Because looking at the much the guy has achieved in 3 years, without looking at the flaws and probably his fair share of problems, I think he's done a lot. He's done a lot. In fact, what took Uhuru 10 years to achieve, to make a milestone, he's done it already in around 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
If we look around the country, what we put on Uhuru is probably expressway. But right now we have a Talanta Stadium. There is Maori Roni Summit coming up. If Nithi Bridge comes up, that will be another thing.
Mm-hmm.
If SGR can move from Nairobi, from Naivasha to Kisumu, that's another big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there's a lot that has been achieved so far.
Okay.
But we also need to understand two things of Yambo.
Yeah.
That politics of our country is kind of tribal heated up. Like, for example, I feel like Gachagua is trying to galvanize the central for his own benefit. For example, how many MPs will he get? How many governors will he get so that he can have the bargaining power?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but whenever there is a seat where people are talking about which numbers do you have, then probably he can come with something to bargain with. And I think that is what is tried as much as possible to move with. The person, again, what is going to change the dynamics about the politics where we are going is the fact that bringing a duo that is able to compete with Ruto.
Yeah.
Now, you have to understand that Kalonzo Musyoka is the most senior politician on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And if in any case those guys do not give him the ticket, and you know who Kalonzo is, I doubt he's not going to take it well. Again, we have Matiang'i being the project of Uhuru, and Uhuru feels that for him to be on that table, then his person must be there. So that is also going to, and then there is interest. There's also this splinter group of Linda Mwananchi coming up. There's a lot of things that needs to line up so that we can have a good ticket that challenges Mr. Ruto. But so far, kulingana na mimi na zile vitu nimeona so far, I feel that he has my vote so far.
All right.
Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. I think that's the last call for the day. Now we can go to reading the texts that people have sent. Then we call it a day. So Jagero. Haya, wacha nisome ya kwanza. Good evening, sir. Hope you well. Say a big hello to Master Jagero. My theoretical input, though I am one term. Ruto can win this if he continues the divide and rule policy. Walk with me. He has done. Sorry, God, I'm gonna have a problem. He has done. Where was I? Yeah, he has done it with Mount Kenya, dividing it east and west. He has just divided ODM. He can divide the Gen Z. How you ask? Sympathy. He can start compensating victims massively and jailing the extrajudicial killing suspects, all while condoning this act of killings. This will split the Gen Z. Sorry, when a call comes in, I have to stop. Now, all he has to do is take the tyranny of numbers. My take. This is, let me get his name, Geoff Murray. I think that's Geoffrey Murray. Good evening, Brian. Watching your show this evening, and I agree with your contributions. Ruto messed by impeaching Gachagua, for which he must suffer. This is for which he must suffer. I believe the people of the mountain have forgiven Ruto. But forgiveness, I believe, is not reconciliation, and he should forget that they can work with him. This is a fellow lecturer we did teach with in Maseno when I was lecturing back in the days. It's called Coffee Barry. Coffee, thank you so much for watching. Odiambo, my name is Alex Plotty, watching your show. Kangata's move to get out of UDA should be observed carefully. And in fact, him naming Kimani Ichung'wah pressure to support the current regime. The president has visited this area more than 2 times in a week. Don't be surprised, the mountain region negotiating for a DP post, and this post can come from Murang'a County. Ndindi Nyoro is a man to watch. Remember, Gachagua used to hide in Ndindi Nyoro's house when he was being chased by previous regime. Ndindi Nyoro has been advocating on development issues. Now, the issue we don't know, will he join Jubilee or DCP? On weekend, Matiang'i had visited in Madhioya, and Ndindi Nyoro sent him his money from, quite a mouthful. All right. Hi, Jagirondo Diambo. This is Tiema. I like your show. It's very insightful and mind-shaping politically. Keep it up. She's from Katani. She says her name is Rama Tiema. Good. Thank you so much for your contribution. I watu majumbona WhatsApp ayendi through. Sorry, Gilbert Kuoroni from Frankfurt, Germany. 2-term comrade. Why it's only people from Mount Kenya? 1 term. All right, there we go. You cannot, this is Walela and Omariba advocates. It says you cannot vote for Raila all that long and vote Ruto. The difference is like day and night. Lie after lie. We felt betrayed when Raila supported him through the handshake. His name is Max from Diani. All right, some of the last messages I'm reading. Good evening, Odhiambo. I believe that Ruto can win if he gets loud people in power. Well, I agree with you. That has been my position. If he gets not just loud, people who are coherent. Odhiambo, they have tried over 80 times. I'm too sorry. I'm so sorry. Watu wako wengi. All right. Good evening. Okay, I've read that. Jagiru, can read some. Hey, Jagiru and Odhiambo. I'm Leonard Uching from Kisumu. Just to share my personal view, I am not convinced by the current leadership direction. After the protests around the Finance Bill 2024, there was a real chance to reset, bring in fresh thinking and rebuild public trust. For me, that opportunity didn't fully materialize, especially when some of the same figures were brought back into key positions instead of introducing new leadership. I was hoping for a stronger shift in approach and accountability. Because of that, I'm leaning toward alternative leadership that I feel better reflects the kind of change I'd like to see. At the end of the day, I respect that everyone has their own perspective. I just wanted to share mine. Thank you so much. And I actually do agree with you a lot. I think Ruto had a big chance to reset after the finance bill, but he brought in the same people.
I can't see the charts and the polls anymore. Are you seeing it?
You're the one who placed it. Can you look for it?
Yeah.
My take is that Ruto has done more awful things than the good things, despite him having built roads, affordable housing, etc. Should stop corruption. Good. Team One Term, I cannot forgive President Ruto. What happened on June 25th was not just murder, it was massacre. Dumping bodies in Kware. And recently, mass grave in Kericho. All right. Hello, political headache. My name is Ibrahim Ngugi, a typical Kikuyu Gen Z. One thing I want to say is that even if Gachagua chooses to support Kalonzo, it's better I vote for Ruto. Because you can't tell me you've been in power and your village doesn't have water. United Opposition should just mention Matiang'i. Otherwise, All right. Salmi is from Dubai. The president is drunk of corruption, amnesia, and delusional. The president will resign. Mark my words. Opposition be keen. Also, high-profile deaths happen when political equation complicates. Thank you. That's a psalmist from Dubai. My friend Junior Mondi says, Mrima is gone forever for President Ruto in 2027. From Junior, thank you so much, Junior, for your contribution, of course. And thank you, Les, for joining us. Ruto has 3 main flaws. This is Benzuri. Betrayal of the hustler mandate and broken economic promises. Number 2, perceived entrenchment of corruption and elite capture. Number 3, heavy-handed response to dissent. That is police brutality and authoritarian tendencies. That's Benzuri. I can't see any more messages.
Okay. Let's wrap it up.
Thank you so much, people of the internet. It's been amazing.
Wanasema Jagero ameanza chebukati kidogo tali.
Amepotea na polls. The win was by a lot.
I was really wondering what happened. I mean, how can somebody insert?
Where the nini, by the way?
The polls.
Where's the result?
No, the guy can see it. Can you tell us the results?
What's the result?
But can people also see it?
Can you see it,
because
guys?
I'm wondering, because I can see it on the other computer.
Mtu amesema bado iko.
Yeah, but can they see how it's the percentages? Can they tell us the percentages?
Can you see it on the side?
Yes, he can see it.
How is it performing?
It's performing. Ruto is 17%.
Ruto is 17%?
Yeah, and no, basically the question.
Otherwise.
So the question is, would you vote for Ruto in 2027? 27, and
83%.
83% are saying no.
Ooh.
17% are saying yes. That's currently, and people are saying I can't see it. Yes, they can, but it's interesting that on my side I can't see it.
Yeah, even I can see it.
83% is one term. Okay.
Wow.
Ruto has a lot to do, and it's interesting that sometimes even when you ask them, you've called Lewis from all over, and almost 2 over 3 are saying one term.
Yeah, that is also very interesting.
That is very interesting.
And even those who want to be medium are saying there will be voter apathy.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always said. That as long as these the Luo people who are the ODM people are meeting in Mombasa now, as long as they're not organized, they're not helping President Ruto at all. It is evident. So it's not just always me speaking here and yapping. It is evident from these guys what they're saying. Apathy. And apathy will come from Luo.
Because people are saying I'm not voting for Ruto, but I am not voting. But I don't have a presidential candidate.
Exactly. So they're not channeling it.
So that means that they might. So
that's apathy.
So
completely.
That is not going to vote.
Yeah, that's apathy. So long as you're not turning up to vote, apathy. And what does apathy do? It works against the choice. It works against democracy. Yeah, and we're lucky to see an upsurge in apathy. Yeah.
Okay, people of the internet, it's been amazing having you guys here. Thank you very much, Mr. Odhiambo, for being here with me to talk about Mount Kenya politics. I think the ball is in Ruto's court to do more, and his people are hearing. So it's important that they see what they have to do. Thank you very much, Mr. Frank, for being here, setting up cameras. Today, Frank was in the office by himself, setting up all these things. Thank you very much for always being here at the fireplace. Almost 2,000 people watching live. So many mosquitoes today filtering into the room. Thank you. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe.
Yeah.
Jagero, I was ignored from Kiharu. Problem is that issues have united Kenyans. You cannot kill, protect the killers, award them, and then expect votes. All right, it's a shame. But thank you very much, people of the internet. Until another episode, bye for now.
Thank you.